Yes, we are back, baby. It's another fake Survivor season here on Rob Has a Podcast, and I'm so excited to be back because what a treat we have for you to close out this Survivor off-season trilogy. It was back in June that I went through the entire season of Survivor Loved Ones with this man. Give it up for Mr. Mike Bloom.
Happy to be here. Let's food this.
Of course. Then in July, I went through a whole season of TEOS All-Stars with this man, the great Mr. Josh Wigler.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just want to confirm for everybody real quick. Hang on one sec. No remotes will be harmed in the making of this podcast.
You don't know that.
You really hulked out during Survivor TOS All-Stars. I just want to make sure that all breakable objects are away from your proximity right now.
No spoilers if you have not listened to that podcast. It got a little upsetting towards the end. I'm calm. I've been doing my yoga breathing in honor of some of the yogis that will be featured on this season. I'm doing much better today. Thanks for having me again, Rob.
Okay, and here we are to close out the trilogy of the Survivor off-season fake podcasting as we are going to talk about Survivor First Boots. This was an idea conceived by probably many people, but the idea to do the podcast was conceived by Josh Wigler. Josh, why Survivor First Boots?
I think I want to give credit to Mike Bloom on this, and to a post on the Survivor subreddit. In fact,
yeah,
Mike,
I was going to give credit to someone on the Reddit, so this is really just a chain of congratulations to each other.
Yes, Rob knows all about the chain. Mike, remind me exactly the chain of events for how this came to pass. Somebody posts on Survivor Reddit that a first boot season would be terrific. And then
in real life or for us to do as a Bryant Steele?
Yep, that's essentially all there is to it. They said, hey, they should do it for their next one. I found it and I tagged Josh in it and I said, I think this would be a lot of fun, if only to hear Josh do Foo Squared, first one out for first one out. Right. And we got that idea germinating, much like in Survivor, that turned into a plan, and that plan has now been carried out to fruition, such as the podcast you see now.
Okay. Sadly, does not count as a Russell seed, if only. But yeah, so I think that day I then texted Mike and Rob with a picture of 20 first ones out, divided into two tribes, and said, wouldn't this be fun? And we put a date on the books, and that date, it's today. Today's the date. It's happening. It's real.
Okay. So here we are.
Isn't it amazing that we're at the point where people are like requesting specific Survivor Bryant Steels?
Yes.
That seems amazing. And
it's
ridiculous.
Amazing. But this will be the last one of the Summer of Steve 2018. We will.
Damn.
This is it. This is it for this summer. Who knows? Maybe in January we'll be back with another one. Who knows? Survivor Second Boots, I think, is pretty juicy.
Good.
Let's like to see how First Boots goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this to be the real Return of the Jedi of these Survivor Sim podcasts.
Oh my God, no Ewoks, please.
So,
maybe some E-Rocks in the case of
strong E-Rocks.
A lot of stuff to get to here today. So we want to keep this moving. We are going to be simulating the whole season on Bryant Steele, aka BryantSteele.net, the Survivor Simulator site. They got a lot of stuff that you could do on there. So we thank the fine people behind that site for that. If you're watching the video version of this, and yes, there's a video version of this, if you're listening to the podcast, it will be up on our YouTube channel. You can go ahead and follow along and see what we are seeing as we go through all of this. And so, Josh, you were the one who made the call on this cast list. Mike and I signed off on it, but why don't you first take us through what season are we going to be simulating?
Okay, and the cast, it was, I think I did the lion's share of the work, but in careful consultation with both Rob and Mike, we made some cuts along the way. Some people who are going to be, who it was sad to lose. Would have been fun to have Nicole Delma in here, as the other First Boots might have confused her for the First Lady of Podcasting. Mm-hmm. In the end, we had to make some tough calls here, but the format for Survivor First Boots We're gonna go based on Survivor Second Chance, Survivor Cambodia. That's gonna be the structure that we're using here, which allows us 20 returning players, many of them first boot, first time only players, a couple returning faces. That has been something that we have seen throughout Survivor history as people come back on these all-star seasons, and inevitably someone who once was a star gets knocked off first. So a bunch of those people are playing here as well. One four-timer in the cast.
Okay. This will be their fourth time.
Yes. This will be the fourth time.
The one unfortunate externality of this, I believe this is our first simulation season without an iota of Monica Culpepper in it.
Yes.
So unfortunately, we could not keep that streak alive.
We couldn't keep it alive. Okay.
No.
So we will be playing the Survivor Cambodia format, and let's meet our cast, Josh. Okay. And so what you will be seeing now, if you're watching along on the video, is you guys are seeing what we are seeing. We have not looked ahead. We know nothing of what's to come here. Well, probably a bunch of nonsense, but we do not know the details or the results of what is to come. And so, Josh, take us through the Bayon tribe here. Now, is there any significance to who is on what tribe, or was it in true Survivor Cambodia style that it was just these are evenly matched teams?
It was an attempt at something resembling evenly matched. Like, I didn't want one tribe to be too top heavy in terms of returning players. Wanted to divide the returning players as best as possible. In the case of the Bayon and Takeo tribes, there just so happened to be people from the original true iterations of those tribes who have been voted out from Survivor first. So Sierra, she voted out her mom, Easton, will be playing again. She will stay on the Bayon tribe.
Strong.
As she started her season on Survivor Second Chance Cambodia. Stephen Fishback is obviously not eligible for this season, a Bayon alum. So I feel like it's only not yet.
Just wait.
Yes, just wait. That's for 2 years from now. So we had to have another Steve on the Bayon tribe, and that would be one Steve Chicken Dam Morris is in the building. Very excited about that. Mike, you want to introduce any of these other fine people that we've got here on Bayon?
Yeah, we've got the first boot from the memorable Disastrous Brains tribe, David Sampson. He's got a lot more time on his hands since Survivor Cagayan. So let's see if he put that to use with his Survivor training. Of course, we cannot do Survivor first boots without Francesca Hoagie. She had to be here. I think really interesting storyline here. So we have Nadia Anderson, and Nadia comes in with this bit of like almost family legacy to her, a la Brandon Hance like situation where, her sister won the season that she was on. In another world, maybe this would have been her and their positions would have been swapped. So she's willing to improve on that. Rob, I know you're happy to see a pretty.
Yes, is it in the blood like Brandon Hance? Will Nadia be able to do what her sister did?
And Rob, I know you're really happy to see this cheap face up here on the Brian Steele. Ryan Aiken is in Survivor First Boots.
That was pretty cheap.
Yeah,
okay. Ryan Steele.
I think you could have cut him also, but we'll keep him.
You did?
It is for dismissive comments like that one that Ryan Aiken is in the building.
Okay,
I'm looking forward to Rob's lack of excitement about Ryan Aiken. Where is he in your first boot rankings? Just to give
pretty low. But, I felt like that, a young, strapping alpha male, that tribes don't throw guys like that away.
That's right. Yeah. And you have the experience too. So I think that you can weigh in with some authority that he was not cheap in the Ryan Aiken sense. He was cheap in the traditional sense.
Yes.
So Reddit's going to go crazy during the season. Rob knows Ryan. He's biasing his coverage around the fact that he knows Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes. It's going to be very uncomfortable. The Reddit threads on this are going to be spectacular.
Okay.
Sekou Bunch is in the house. How could we not have Sekou Bunch to round out the Sekou Bunch?
Yes. Okay. He'll sing us the Survivor song, and then maybe in conjunction with Survivor's own ukulele songstress, the great Sonia Christopher, is also on the Bayon tribe.
Can't have Survivor first boots without the first boot. Just straight up. Sonia Christopher, she returns. Queen Sonia, let's see what she can do. Queen Tina. Tina Wesson, a 4-time player now as of Survivor first boots. This is exciting. Tina Wesson, who has such an illustrious, very full Survivor career, She's coming to see if she can do what she almost did in Blood versus Water. Can she make it? Can she make it all the way to the top? Be the second 2-time winner in Survivor history? We will find out. And then Zayn Knight, who will probably be voted out first. Prediction.
Came out of the gate, guns blazing the first time. We'll see if he can keep up the pace here. Let's meet the Takeo tribe. 10 players on the Takeo tribe. And let's move over to them. And we start here with Darnell Hamilton. He trusted his gut the first time out, and it did not steer him in the right direction. Deserves a second chance. We love Darnell.
Yeah. I mean, this is time number 2 for Darnell, and that seems to be an interesting number with him. So we'll see if it plays out.
I was going to say that he shouldn't be so down in the aqua dumps because he gets a second shot, but your joke was definitely better. Darnell, welcome to the party here. He used to poop in what he called the poop rocks, is what it was designated as in Survivor Korong. He is joined by somebody else who is a fan of rocks, Deb Eaton from Survivor the Australian Outback. Surprisingly late addition to this cast, Deb. But we
the real Sierra Dawn Thomas.
Yeah, she was an alternate, and she came in at the last second. She took Nicole Delma's spot, so we couldn't do this without Deb Eaton. She's been through enough.
She's been through enough. So for those watching the video version, perhaps you understood why I was giggling when Rob started introducing the concept of the Takeo tribe, because there is somebody on the Takeo tribe who perhaps we have already mentioned at this point, and that would be Francesca Hoagie. That, yes, there are 2 Francesca Hoagies competing here in Survivor First Boots. Francesca has been voted out once. She was voted out first once, then voted out first twice. Very likely that she will be voted out first a third time, and
we don't know
likelier
but
still,
if you're playing the odds, that she
likelier
has
still.
Chance.
There are 2 Francescas here.
Josh, just for the sake of not having confusion, if my memory serves me, the Francesca that is on the Bayon tribe is the Survivor Cambodia Francesca, and
I believe the.
Well, they're all in Survivor Cambodia.
Yes, I believe.
I'm sorry. That the Francesca on the Takeo tribe is the Redemption Island Francesca.
I believe you have it reversed. I believe the Bayon Francesca is the Redemption Island Francesca, and that the Takeo Francesca is the Caramoan Francesca. If we want to delineate between the two, I would say the Bayon Francesca, the Redemption Island Francesca, who has been plucked from the time stream and is unaware of the fact that she played again and was voted out first a second time. This we can call Francesca.
Yeah.
This one is Francesca. The Takeo tribe has a Francesca.
Yes. Well, just for the sake of clarification, I do think I had it right. I'm looking on the Survivor Wiki, and I'm looking at the profile picture. That the Caramoan profile pictures are there's a lot of foliage in the background.
Okay.
So I believe that is the even the picture quality in a couple of years. That Francesca is by the rocks in Redemption Island.
All right.
Well, interesting, because she's going to eat one in Caramoan.
Yes, okay.
You know, I have just hacked into the back end of the Bryant Steel to just see what the image says for the Francesca of the Takeo tribe, and that is from Survivor 26. So,
okay,
just putting it out there.
So
not that it matters, really doesn't matter.
So which is it?
So the Francesca of the Bayon tribe is the Survivor. Fans versus favorites. You're correct. You're right.
Okay.
As always, Rob, you're always right.
Okay.
You're always right.
I used to have those pictures hanging up on my wall, because I used to move them around before I had
pictures of Francesca.
But I had the whole cast of okay, who's the
you don't know about Rob's Francesca corner.
Yeah. All right. We're losing. We're falling behind.
So it's important though, because Francesca is on Bayon, but Francesca is on Takeo. So now we're clear.
Okay, now we got this.
Now we're clear.
This was the worst idea ever. I love it.
Jessica Sugar Kuiper is here. First boot from Heroes versus Villains, looking to get back on the right track. Don't get fooled. John Raymond is here. We'll see if he's able to pastor anybody this time around.
I
And
think you
then,
might be able to pastor Johnny Fairplay, who is here on the Takeo
yes,
tribe.
and
The
very
born again
excited,
Johnny Fairplay.
very excited to have, in my estimation, one of the greatest first boots of all time. Johnny Fairplay is on this season, so this is super exciting to have a great first boot like Johnny Fairplay here on the Survivor First Boot season.
Did he authorize the use of his likeness in this Survivor simulation, or is this something that we might get?
I
in
think
trouble
that comes along with that you have to take that up with Bryant Steele.
with? Okay, we'll talk to Bryant.
Yes. Okay. Josh, one of your favorites, Katrina Radke is here.
Yeah, this is really just personal
shining.
bias. Yeah, queen of first one out, the star of first one out, the superstar Olympic athlete, Katrina Radke.
Yeah.
Here she is. Very excited.
All right.
Oh, well, I'm super excited because the Takeo tribe had some holes in it and they needed to be filled. And here comes Peter Harkey, master of holes, to do such a thing from the great survivor, the Marquesa.
Yes. And then alongside another brother in Broga, here is Vitas Bushkauskas.
Yes, previously voted out first from Takeo. So, he's really just got to make it past one tribal council to do better than he did on his original Takeo tribe.
Yes.
Reverse the curse, Vitas.
Reverse the curse, Vitas. And of course, rounding out the Takeo tribe, a woman, just make sure you ask her how old she is, if she has blisters on her feet. It is the great Wendy Jo de Schmidt Koolhof.
A person you previously said, Rob, is the worst player in Survivor history. So
I may have to update that.
We'll see.
I may have to update that.
All right. Yeah. Hopefully she proves you wrong. Maybe she rises in your rankings, if not in age.
Yeah.
Wendy Jo, welcome aboard. Very excited to see just labeled Wendy here by Bryant Steele. Wendy doesn't have the character room for Wendy
didn't
Jo.
ask her name.
No, apparently not. They just assumed they were wrong.
They were assumed. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. All right. Let's go to our first reward challenge here. And we had a reward challenge to start off Survivor Cambodia? I guess
Yeah, it was
this
the
is like
marooning.
Marooning. Okay. We have our marooning. And what do you know? We have our friends over here at the Bayon tribe win an extra bag of rice. Okay?
Oh my God! Well, the history repeating itself, right? Wasn't that the Joey Amazing deal from the first go around? Who's playing the part of Joey Amazing?
I thought it was Wu who ended up grabbing the bag for Takeo. Am I mistaken?
Let's only worry about this season.
Oh
we're getting too confused with the 35 seasons.
Ryan Aiken's got the man bun anyway, so it answers itself. He's the man.
All right, let's follow the Bayon tribe back to the beach to see what's happening. And we've got an alliance right out of the gate. 6 people in a 10-person tribe. Nadia Anderson, Ryan Aiken, and Sonia Christopher. I'm sorry, that is actually one alliance. It's not an alliance of 6. There's an alliance of 3. Nadia, Ryan Aiken, and Sonia. 3 peas in a pod.
I mean, I would also assume this is purely alphabetical order, though, right?
Yeah, what kind of conversations had to occur to get these 3 people on the same page? This is unfathomable to me.
Then there's a second alliance, which is Chicken Morris, Francesca, and Tina Wesson.
Okay, I like this alliance. I like seeing Chicken already in an alliance this early on. I think this is good. I don't know how I feel about Francesca's alliance, only because her attempts at 3-person alliances in the past have not gone terribly well.
Yes.
Yeah, just don't get Chicken dry mouth, because that's when things go south for Francesca.
Yes.
Mike, do you think that Chicken is helping build the shelter this time?
Yeah, I think actually he swung in the complete opposite direction, whereas in the previous instance, he didn't want to offer his opinion at all. Now he's offering his opinion with every single topic of conversation, including not just talking about the shelter, about life advice, politics, the state of the universe. He's a wealth of information.
He's the cock of the walk, Chicken Morris, this time around. Yeah, Alpha Chicken.
All right, let's check out what's going on over on Takeo. And we have a couple of 3-person alliances there as well. We see Darnell, Katrina, and Vitas. They have struck a chord off the bat, Josh.
This is an alliance that makes a lot of sense to me. Vetus and Darnell feel a kinship because they've both played Survivor in Cambodia before. They have both been voted out first from Cambodia before. Vetus and Darnell are probably having those conversations like, bro, let's not get voted out in Cambodia first again. And Katrina, an Olympic swimmer, probably really feels for what happened to Darnell with losing the goggles at the start of that first challenge in Koh Rong. Probably opened her heart and wanted him to keep shining. So Shining Squad, it's happening. It's real.
Okay. Then there's a second alliance, which is Francesca, Johnny Fairplay, and Wendy Jo de Schmidt Kohlhoff.
I don't know how Wendy Jo was able to find an alliance, but I guess Johnny Fairplay, he's born again. He's all for like forgiveness and, bringing community. So I guess this has made him really reach for the ultimate person in Wendy Jo. I'd love that because I think the really fun thing is to see which Francesca is going to dominate here. And both of them have made their way into 3-person alliances. So I guess it's a core tenet of being a Francesca Hoagie is doing that in the first day of the game.
And we know one of them is going to avoid tribal council this first time through. So one of them will rest easy on night 3. We know. Okay.
That's very exciting. Yeah, that no matter what, Francesca is going to avoid being voted out first.
Or Francesca.
Yes.
Okay.
Hard to know.
Let's go to our first immunity challenge of the season, okay? And it's Quest for Fire, 30 seasons in the making. And congratulations to Takeo. You not only win immunity, but also a fire-making kit. And so the tribe with Francesca is safe this time around. And it is the tribe with Francesca, which will ultimately face down the barrel of a third first boot.
Well, I'm very excited for Vetus, who gets to survive repeating his same Takeo tribe fate. Although that being said, I do feel like the fire-making kit is wasted on Takeo because Peter Harkey could have just yoga breathed that fire to life on Takeo. They didn't even need this.
The thing I feel bad about is Sonia Christopher memorably stumbled in the very first Quest for Fire and cost hog immunity. Second time is not the charm here.
No,
the same kind of thing happened.
Also, congratulations are in order for Darnell, Deb, John Raymond, Francesca, Katrina Radke, Peter Harkey, and Wendy Jo on surviving one tribal council.
Low bar, real low bar that they stepped over.
A new all-time best for 7 members of this tribe.
It's very exciting. They can all rest a little easier.
Party time at Takeo.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
over on Bayon. Let's see what's going on. Zane has found the idol. This is not a drill. Zane has found the idol.
So there were some really kind of amazing idol shenanigans that occurred during the Survivor TEOS Bryant Steele, where a lot of idols were discovered early and they were not played correctly, and in some cases at all.
Josh, the thing I've learned about this is just because you go home with the idol around your neck doesn't mean you made the wrong move.
No, it means you're truly a game changer, a legend, and an all-star combined.
That doesn't mean just because if you could get voted out with the idol around your neck, it doesn't mean that you made the wrong decision.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to let that marinate. I'm gonna take that seed of a comment and plant it in my ear and see what that grows into.
I love this though, because knowing Zane's gonna forget playing the idol as soon as he finds it or not playing it. Zane's gonna try to play it at this tribal council that he's not even going to. That's just how cuckoo this man is.
He's going to turn it into something. Okay.
Yes.
Meanwhile, over at Takeo, okay, we see that no one has found the idol. And sadly, once again, history has repeated itself. Wendy Jo has isolated herself from the rest of the tribe. No one wants to align with Wendy Jo, Josh.
This is tragic. And Wendy Jo, count your lucky blessings that Takeo is getting a night off here. Because
no one wants to align with me.
I love the Brant Steele format. I just love seeing poor Wendy Jo's face just pop up as it says Wendy isolates herself from the rest of the tribe. It's just it's perfect.
I'm pretty sure what happened was, memorably, Josh, you were witness to this. The idol was first hidden at the first immunity challenge. I'm pretty sure Wendy Jo actually dismantled the entire set of the challenge, trying to look for an idol, a la, not to make any other Australian Survivor references, but something very similar to that, and got caught out by her tribe.
Interesting. So wait, does that mean that Zane for the Bayon tribe finding the idol, does that make him an underdog Wentworth story in the making?
Maybe.
Yes.
Look, that she was underestimated the first time around. We'll see if Zane can follow in her footsteps.
Yes.
Let's go to our first tribal council of Survivor First Boots. Okay, we have our 10 tribe members. We do not really have a sense of where this is going to go. It could be anybody.
There's a couple alliances in play, but that could be fragile. We don't know if the alliances
we have
are going to...
two threesomes that aren't talking to one another, and 4 just like radical molecules zipping about the Bayon camp.
Yes. Very Fishbackian way to describe what's going on here with Survivor Cambodia. Okay, Zane will not play the Bayon tribe idol. It feels like a mistake, but really, there's 10 people. It shouldn't be a mistake. But
who are we to argue Zane Knight logic? I think that is a mistake on our part.
Look, I feel like you get voted off first in your first season. You get to these first tribal council of Survivor First Boots. You play that idol.
I think that's probably a good call.
So I'm surprised that idol isn't only good for the first tribal council, considering that theme. Like, please play this idol now. We know how it's gone in previous seasons.
Yes. All right, that would be a good twist to do, like the Survivor Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers night 1 idol. Okay, all right, so let's get to the votes. Here we go. 10 votes here at Tribal Council number 1. We see our first vote is for Nadia Anderson.
Oh, no.
Second vote, David Sampson.
Oh, my God.
Nadia, that's 2 votes Nadia. 1 vote David. David, that's 2-2. We're tied. Tina. 2 votes David. 2 votes Nadia. 1 vote Tina. We're tied again. 2-2-2. David Sampson.
Okay.
That's 3 for David, 2 for Tina, 2 for Nadia. Tina Wesson.
Oh.
3 votes Tina, 3 votes David, 2 votes Nadia. Tina Wesson. And the first player voted out of Survivor First Boots, Tina Wesson.
Wow.
The tribe has spoken.
She is a constellation, and they snuffed out the stars all in one. That is, that is brutal. This is a cutthroat season to begin with. Snuff out the 4-timer immediately.
Tina Wesson joins Francesca Hoagie as the only player to be voted out first twice.
Yes, the anti Sandra once again. I mean, she was shooting for that Sandra title of being able to win twice, and instead she gets the Francesca title. That's difficult. I mean, she does have the 1 win under her belt, so she can take some comfort there.
She's on that reverse Boston Rob schedule where it's even numbered times she plays good, even numbered bad. So the 5th time's the charm for Tina.
5th time will be great. We'll come up with an excuse to bring Tina back next year.
I'm wondering as well if there was some similar posturing here as it was during Survivor All-Stars, where we get sort of our Jenna Lewis analog saying, Tina's already won this game. Let's get rid of her easy first boot. Let's all get a chance of the money because we've never had it before.
Interesting. Let's see how the votes came down. Chicken Morris voted for David. Sierra voted for Nadia. David Sampson was one of the votes for Tina. Francesca voted for David Sampson. Nadia was a vote for Tina. Ryan Aiken was a vote for Tina. So that alliance that we saw forming looked like they had Tina in their sights. Sekou voted for Nadia. Sonia voted for Tina.
Oh, my God.
She didn't like her in the first one out.
There can only be one old school woman on this tribe.
Yeah. Tina voted for David, and Zane voted for Tina. So Tina Wesson. Sorry, the tribe has spoken. The game must go on now. Moving on.
A great night of Survivor for Zane Knight, hanging on to that immunity idol, voting correctly. You got to assume nobody knows about his idol.
Yeah, 2 things he did not do the first time.
Yeah, yes. Very impressive.
So the Bayon tribe moves on. Congratulations to Chicken Morris, David Sampson, Francesca Hoagie, Nadia Anderson, Ryan Aiken, Sekou Bunch, Sonia Christopher, and Zane Knight on surviving their first ever tribal council.
Yeah, both Francescas were able to dodge being voted out first a third time. So that deserves
they better make the merge together. I swear to God, that would just cause the entire space-time continuum to explode in Brian Steele.
The further we're getting into this, the more I'm hoping that one of them gets voted out soon, because this is getting confusing. We may have made a critical error.
Let's check in with the alliances. Okay, Nadia, Ryan, Sonia holding strong. And then Chicken, Morris, and Francesca will move on without Tina Wesson over on the, this is on Bayon. Over on Takeo, we have the alliance with Darnell, Katrina, and Vetus. And then what has happened here? That
that was
they
Wendy
just
Jo.
ditched Wendy Jo. They left her on the side of the road.
Wendy Jo is out of the alliance with Johnny Fairplay and Francesca.
Yeah, you got to imagine that Fairplay and Wendy Jo just did not quite hit it off.
They didn't hit it off. Okay.
I don't think so.
Immunity challenge number 2. And we see here, look at this. Takeo wins immunity again, and they are on a roll.
Wow, we've got like a reverse Bayon going on here.
Yeah, toolkit for Takeo. Okay. For the shelter people. They can work on
They don't need toolkit. They have enough rocks. They can build with that.
I thought you were going to say there's enough toolkits on the tribe already. But...
No, Ryan's on the other tribe.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
All right. Back to Bayon. Headed to another tribal council. Let's see what's going on. We know that Zane has the idol. We see Sekou and Sierra bonding a lot. Josh, what's that about?
I think Sierra is drawn to Sekou's music. I think that Sekou is just like laying down those funky beats. I think it's impossible to resist.
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, over on Takeo, Darnell has found the idol, Mike.
Yes.
It looked like just a brown thing floating in the ocean. All the idols this season, they're made up differently, right? They could just be like a rock or a stick. Darnell was able to find it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now he's guaranteed himself a few more days in the game. I'm loving this. Zane and Darnell both holding on to idols right now.
Is it possible that Darnell's aqua dump from Survivor Co. Wrong
matured? No.
Drifted away to Ghost Island, matured into a real idol, and drifted back to the shores of Takeo Beach?
Waste not, want not. Emphasis on waste.
All right. We told you about the alliance between Johnny Fairplay and Francesca, and it has now turned into a very weak alliance. Francesca and Johnny Fairplay only have level 3 loyalty. Wendy Jo was the glue, Josh.
Wendy Jo was the glue. Do you think that it's because Fairplay keeps trying to give people the shirt off his back and like everyone thinks it's just a little creepy, maybe a little forward?
Maybe.
Well, especially because it has their faces on it without them approving of it.
Yes. Yeah, I think that must be confusing.
All right. Bayon, Tribal Council number 2. Any thoughts on who could potentially go here?
I'm not feeling good about Chicken or Nadia, right? Those were the two. Or no, Chicken and who else was with Chicken? I don't remember, but they were the ones with Tina, and I don't know. They were out of the vote last time. I think Sekou might have been on the outs too. So maybe Sierra's bond with him brought him back in, but I'm looking at those two as a second boot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with Mike on this. I think that's a good read.
All right, let's find out the Survivor first boot, second boot. Here we go. All right, first vote, Francesca.
Ask and ye shall receive.
We'll give you one, and then we'll get rid of you this time.
Next vote. Francesca.
Oh, God. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is so cruel.
Next vote. David Sampson.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh my, it's a vote magnet.
Yes.
David Sampson. That's 2 votes, Franny. 2 votes, David. Francesca. That's 3 votes, Francesca. 2 votes, David. 4 votes left. David Sampson. We're tied. 3-3.
Right.
Francesca. That's 4 votes, Franny. 3 votes, David. David.
Wow.
4 votes, Francesca. 4 votes, David. 1 vote left. The second player voted out of Survivor First Boot. David Sampson.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa, big
Franny.
surprise. Yeah. Wow, my brain has been, it's leaking out of my ears right now. In this David versus Goliath story, Goliath just slayed David.
Yeah. Let's see how everybody voted. Chicken was one of the votes for David, while
Damn.
Sierra was one of the votes for Francesca, as was David Sampson. Francesca was one of the votes against David, plus Nadia, plus Ryan Aiken, plus Sekou. Sonia was a vote for David. And then Zane voted for
Oh.
Francesca.
Oh, Zane got it
So,
wrong.
so it looks like that AAC alliance of Ryan, Nadia, and Sonia all decided to go for David, and that was what sort of swung everything over to the other side.
I think it was a wise move in some respects, unexpected. I think everybody was kind of expecting to see Francesca go home this evening. In retrospect, I wonder if they're going to regret this moment where they could have gotten rid of Francesca. They got to be afraid of what happens if they swap and the two Francescas wind up on the same tribe together. That's an automatic cross-tribal alliance. I
think we should be more afraid of what happens when that event comes about.
I'm nervous. Don't cross the streams. Yeah.
All right, let's go to our next tribal council, episode number 3. And we got a tribe shakeup coming up.
Of course, we gotta bring Angkor into the mix.
Got to bring Angkor. A third tribe is about to be born. Let's see what's going on. The castaways will pick a new buff out of a box, and we'll have a new tribe, Angkor, which will need the survivors to build their own shelter. Okay, let's look at our new tribes. The new Bayon tribe is Deb Eaton,
Wow,
Francesca, John Raymond, Johnny Fairplay, Katrina Radke, and Vetus. Now, it'll be interesting. Johnny Fairplay was working with Francesca on the other tribe.
Right, but their alliance had waned a little bit. So
he might mistake Francesca for Francesca and bring over that bad blood without her even realizing it.
Or maybe Francesca is going to be a little bit more amenable to a t-shirt with her face on it. So perhaps Fairplay's got a better shot with this Francesca.
Well, I like this idea that Francesca likes everything that Francesca doesn't like.
Right.
They're essentially the yin and yang.
Yes.
Okay. Jin and Jang. Okay. Yeah. Over on Takeo is Francesca, Jessica Sugar Kuiper, Nadia Anderson, Peter Harkey, Ryan Aiken, Sekou Bunch. Nadia and Ryan are going to be able to continue to work together.
Yes, and maybe they'll find a way to work together with Sekou, who is from their original Bayon as well. This is a 3-3 crew. Let's see what kind of working relationship they can develop with this Francesca. Sugar has been very quiet all season long, so we just don't really know where her head is at this point. As with Peter Hart.
Okay. Early. And then the new Angkor tribe is going to be Chicken, Dam, Sierra, Darnell, Sonia, Wendy Joe, and Zane with his idol.
Yeah, both idol holders are on this tribe together, so we could see if a situation happens where Angkor goes to tribal council, we could see a dual idol play in the pre-merge, which would only happen in Survivor Brian.
Which is what else is exciting about this is you got to assume that there is an idol hidden at Angkor as well, so a third idol could be discovered in this region of the world.
Okay, let's see what's happening over at Bayon. We have Katrina and Vetus working together without Darnell. We see the Bayon tribe. 5 of the 6 members are in an alliance. Deb, John, Johnny Fairplay, Katrina, and Vetus. The one person left out of the alliance is Francesca.
The numbers are there. I think if this tribe loses, Francesca is in pretty decisive trouble.
Okay. All right. So let's check on the Takeo tribe and see what's going on there. Of course, Nadia and Ryan Aiken still working together. We have a 3-person alliance of people from the original Takeo in Nadia, Ryan, and Sekou. And we have the 3 people who are from the original Takeo in Francesca, Peter, and Sugar.
Right. So it's a 3-3 split over here, where this could be interesting, where we could see this crew potentially go to rocks, and if so, will Francesca eat one?
Yes, or eat it.
Yeah, Francesca, please draw your rock about that.
Yes.
So it's right here.
I ate it.
Okay.
I ate it already.
She may need to aqua dump before.
Oh, no.
All right, let's check in on Angkor. Sonia is alone on an island. Darnell is alone on an island away from his 3-person alliance. We have seen a 4-person alliance emerge of original Bayon people in Chicken, Sierra, Sonia, and Zane. And then the 2 people from the original Takeo, Darnell and Wendy Jo, finally is back with an ally.
All right. Well, we got to remember our survivor history here of once upon a time, 2 people on the original Angkor were on the outs, and they were able to make some magic happen with the 4-person majority. So who knows? I wouldn't count out Darnell and Wendy Jo just yet. These are some potential survivor legends in the making.
Yeah,
okay.
Totally agree. Wendy Jo is absolutely the Andrew Savage of this season.
Let's go to the immunity challenge, and we see... Oh, will you look at this? It is Bayon who wins immunity. So
wow, Francesca extending her stay.
Safe for another vote. We will see in second place, it's Takeo, and true to form, the Angkor tribe is going to be headed to a tribal council.
Okay, so Francesca and Francesca both surviving the 3rd tribal council of the season, inching us closer and closer to danger.
All right. Over on the Bayon tribe, Deb and Vetus are bonding, Mike.
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, they're both wearing the same underwear. Vetus, very well known for his undies that he wore during Survivor Cambodia. And Deb decided to copy while she was out, helping some octopi, deciding not to kill them. And that's what caused them to bond a bit.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Takeo. Nothing happening there. Meanwhile, on Angkor, they've got a tribal council coming up. Darnell has the Takeo tribe idol. Zane has the Bayon tribe idol. No one has found the Angkor tribe idol. So we will go to our tribal council with these just 2 idols. Okay. All right. So we have Chicken, Sierra, Darnell, Sonia, Wendy Jo, and Zane.
I think Wendy Jo. I think this is her time.
You think so? Wendy Jo or Darnell?
I would think that Darnell would totally, as much as you're saying, Josh, about these 2 sort of being formidable against the other 4, I feel like Darnell would throw Wendy Jo under the bus to save himself any day of the week.
Yeah,
I think that's likely a big move here would be to just be like, yeah, let's just dump on Wendy Jo. She's the easy vote. And then instead,
even
Darnell could dump his idol onto Wendy Jo and protect her, and then knock out one of these original what were they? The original Bayon tribe members. So we'll see. We'll see if this is straightforward or if there's some fireworks to play.
Maybe Darnell should just play the idol on himself, Josh.
That's also something that he could very likely do.
Don't take a chance. Don't take a chance here. Okay.
No, you got to take a risk. He's already passed first. Everybody's
house
playing with
money.
house money.
He's playing with house money at this point.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the tribal council for Angkor. Zane does not play his idol. Darnell does not play his idol. So no idols.
Move.
All votes were count. 6 votes in all. Here we go. First vote, Sonia.
Ooh.
Next vote, Sonia. That's 2 votes, Sonia. Sonia. 3 votes, Sonia. Wendy Jo.
Is this a tie?
Wendy Jo. That's 3 votes, Sonia. 2 votes, Wendy Jo. We're tied. 3 votes, Wendy. 3 votes, Sonia.
Wow.
Okay.
How did that even happen?
Maybe they grabbed. I'm trying to think who the 2 Takeo would try to swing over of those 4 Bayon.
Somebody flipped. Someone's
a flipper. We got a flipper.
We don't
in the
know
house.
who it is. We don't know.
Oh my God! Someone's pulling an Abby Maria.
All right. We got a revote coming up here. Okay. When it's only Wendy Jo or Sonia, we'll have 4 votes. Sonia.
Okay.
Wendy Jo. Sonia. Wendy Jo. We're tied again. The
We're
Angkor
going to
tribe
rocks in
is
episode
going
3.
to rocks. I repeat,
Oh.
the Angkor tribe is going to rocks.
That is
Sonia
so dumb.
and Wendy will not pick a rock.
Wendy
Zane
Joe.
and Darnell both have idols. Did not play them. One.
Now they're gonna go home.
One of them is done. One of them is toast for sure. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
It's episode 3.
It's episode 3.
Okay. Here we go. Still a tie after the revote. We will go to rocks.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Each player will draw a rock. Whoever draws the purple rock will leave. Darnell, the tribe is spoken.
Darnell has pulled the poop rock. Oh,
He leaves with the idol in butt.
Oh God.
And right now, my gut tells me, go use the bathroom.
Go use the idol. Use the idol.
No.
This wouldn't be a Brian Steele simulation if someone didn't leave with an idol in their pocket. So Darnell, thank you for checking off that box.
Yes.
Darnell. I think he got a little overconfident because that he got that third vote. He got Chicken Morris to vote for Sonia. He felt like, okay, I got this. I'll force the tie, but he did not have a second move after that because look, you know, Sierra Easton is no stranger. She doesn't care. She'll go to rocks, Mike.
Yeah, she'll take 2.
She goes to rocks again. She's 2 for 2 in these rock draws, but sadly, Darnell, off to such a great start, found an idol, pulls the unlucky purple rock.
How did we get a rock draw in episode 3?
But what I don't understand is why Chicken flipped. You know, what was the damn logic in that one, Chicken, for going against Sonia, and the move doesn't pay off because he's throwing in his lot with Wendy, Joe, and Darnell, and now Darnell is gone. Chicken, that was a damn terrible, dumb move.
But that's the
Well, I
beauty
wonder-
of a first boot season, guys, because these are people who
Nobody
do
knows
not
what
know
they're
the
doing.
game incredibly
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Well, what I assume is, let's remember that Chicken was in an alliance with Francesca, and let's remember that Francesca almost went home. And, you know, I know that I think Sonia and Nadia and Ryan ended up, you know, hanging out with Chicken to vote out David Sampson, but maybe Chicken thought she was too big for her britches and said, you know what, I'm going to send that damn ukulele home.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. Episode number 4 with 6 people on Bayon, 6 people on Takeo, 5 people on Anchor. Let's check out the alliances on Bayon. We still have Katrina and Vetus working together.
They got to be pretty sad that Darnell is gone, though.
We still have that 5-person alliance minus Francesca. So Francesca could be in trouble if Bayon goes to Tribal Council. Meanwhile, at Takeo, Nadia and Ryan Aiken are still working together. We also have a 3-person alliance. This could be headed for another rock draw. Nadia, Ryan, and Sekou are an alliance. And then Francesca, Peter Harkey, and Sugar are an alliance.
All right.
Okay.
Very, very quiet game for Jessica Sugar Kuiper. Abby
Yeah,
Maria
purple
esque.
sugar. You never
She
want your
hasn't been
sugar
to
to be
tribal
purple.
yet.
Abby Maria-esque. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Meanwhile, over on Anchor, okay, Sonia is the only person here from her alliance with Nadia and Ryan Aiken. Chicken still is part of this 4-person alliance with Sierra, with Sonia, and with Zane, even though he flipped to the other side and forced them to go to rocks in the previous tribal council. But they are a forgiving group.
They're very
Yeah, I would love
forgiving.
Chicken to like pin it on somebody else.
Yes.
No, I didn't flip. Someone else did.
Well, it's possible that, you know, these being people without much Survivor experience, that they, you know, they're not mapping the numbers of how that worked. So Chicken be like, I don't know how that happened. And they're like, oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Reward challenge here. This is where everybody has to pick a champion for their tribe. The Bayon tribe will send Pastor John, we're not kidding, into the competition.
Wow.
Okay,
He
the
won the
Takeo
election.
tribe will choose Sugar to run.
Oh, okay. This is her visibility
the
spike.
obstacle course for her. And Zane, the noted athlete Zane, will run this leg of the reward challenge.
Zane
Let's
had
remember,
great-
in the Matt Singh challenge, wasn't he like, I don't worry, I'll run this. Even though I
Yes.
just quit smoking, I'll run it, don't worry.
This
Yes.
time he took it seriously. He quit smoking before the season. He's ready to go. He's
Yes.
ready to run.
And Pastor John brings it home. Reward, barbecue,
Wow.
sausage and vegetables. And then in second place will be Zane. He will bring it in for Anchor. They win a wok with vegetables.
All right, so no such luck for Jessica Sugar Kuiper, who was not able to bring home the bacon on this day.
No,
That challenge
sadly.
did not turn out to me nice at all.
No,
Did not. All right. We'll go right into our immunity challenge, and we will see that it will be the Bayon group will win immunity, and the Angkor tribe will be immune from this vote, which will force new Takeo into our 4th tribal council.
This is exciting. This is an exciting tribe to go to tribal council right now with, I believe, an original
3-3 split.
Yep,
Okay.
that's great.
All right, let's talk about the tribe events that goes on after the challenge. That Deb Eaton is becoming appreciated around Camp Mike.
Oh, wow.
You know, making a camp out of rocks, it was just 16 years ahead of its time. Now it's become popular once more.
Yes.
It's sort of like a hipster thing. Everything old is new again. And so Deb has sort of fallen into a good place. Does that mean that she might be spared from the votes? I'm not entirely sure, but good on Deb. This is not a position she was in with Kucha, so it's an improvement.
Okay.
Deb rocks.
All right. Takeo headed to a tribal council. We see Peter Harkey has found the idol, Josh.
Ooh, game changer. You know, Peter Harkey, he's putting his hand into every hole on the beach, and
I'm surprised they didn't find it sooner than.
yeah. I do. I'm a little nervous about which hole he found that idol in. So.
Angkor. We see that Zane has the old idol, but no one had the Angkor tribe idol until now. Sonia has it, Josh.
Oh man, Sonia Christopher with an immunity idol is about as good as it gets.
Meanwhile, Sierra has isolated herself from the rest of the tribe, and now no one wants to align with Sierra Easton, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, after she, like you said, she's 2 for 2 in rock draws. I think she's sort of taken that as like a point of admiration. And so she has sort of insisted that everyone call her the Rock Queen as she's walking around the Angkor camp. And I think they're just sort of like, okay, you don't need to do that. We all survived the rock draw. But
Yep.
Sierra wants to acknowledge her legacy.
Maybe she was like walking around the beach talking about how like, look, I'll make big moves. I don't care. None of you
Right.
guys are playing as hard as I am. Possible.
I went to rocks again.
Yeah, I'll do it again. I don't care. All right. Tribal Council number 4. Okay.
Oh, boy.
For the Takeo tribe. Okay. It's going to be Francesca. It is going to be Sugar. It is going to be Nadia, Peter, Ryan Aiken, and Sekou here. And
All right.
we are going to get to, this is the tribe that has that 3-3 split. We will see also that Peter Harkey is going to play the Takeo tribe idol.
I think, play it while you got it. You got to assume that these idols, they're going to keep popping up. You gotta trust your gut and trust your ability to find these things. And
The last guy who trusted his gut went home with an idol in his pocket. So.
Yes,
Good
play
point,
these
good point.
idols, Bryant Steele players.
Yes,
Tired
yes.
of seeing people get voted out with idols that they find
To be
immediately.
fair, the idol was burning a hole in Peter's pocket, so
Okay.
you have to
Yes.
get rid of it.
Peter Harkey cannot be voted for. Let's get to the votes. First vote, Peter Harkey. He knew.
oh,
Wow, good read, good read.
Does not count. Peter Harkey does not count.
wow.
Peter Harkey does not count.
Peter Harkey drew the vote. Smart man.
Okay. Let's see. Did the other side all put their votes on one person? Who did Peter's alliance vote for? Nadia.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nadia.
Ah.
20!
The tribe has spoken. And with that,
Oh my God, you fool.
yeah.
Hard to blame Nadia here. I think she did nothing really wrong to speak of. Just did not have the luck of her better half.
Well, what happened was I wouldn't blame Nadia. I blame her closest ally, Ryan, because I'm pretty sure Ryan went directly to Peter Harkey and said, like, listen, it'd be pretty cheap if I didn't tell you that it was you that we're going to be voting for. And so Peter caught wind of it, found the idol in those holes, and decided to play it and completely, get one over on the other side.
See, I
This
had
feels
heard
like Ryan fucking up. Yeah.
Yeah. I had heard that Nadia was asked at tribal council what they thought about Peter Harkey, and Nadia said, "Oh, he's great. He's like one of the girls around camp." And he said, "Oh, better play my idol." We're this close to going to rocks in our second consecutive tribal council. Also,
I can't believe it. and Deb Eaton not even around for the next rock draw, right? Or is she on this?
And let's also remember, Francesca has survived another tribal council.
Good on Francesca.
The twin Frannies they're the new twinnies.
New twinnies.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, Twinnie, let's go.
All right. We can skip how we know how everybody voted. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to the episode number 5. Bayon is in cruise control here with 5 members. Takeo, or sorry, 6 members on Bayon, 5 members on Takeo, 5 members on Anchor, 14 people in the game total. Over on Bayon, really no movement to speak of. Still Katrina and Vitas, and then the 5-person alliance that does not include Francesca.
Yeah, she's just hanging on by the edge of her seat.
Okay.
Counting her lucky stars that this tribe has not gone to tribal.
After last night's tribal council, we see that the Ryan and Seku alliance is down to just 2. No Nadia anymore. Meanwhile, Francesca, Peter, and Sugar are still holding strong with their alliance that was victorious at the previous tribal council. And on Anchor, we have the alliance of Chicken, Sonia, and Zane. Sierra Easton is frozen out of the Anchor 4.
Ostracized.
I mean, this could be another. Bayon did the same thing with Tina, though, right? They said, like, hey, you know what? Sierra's just as bad as Tina. We need to get rid of all these vets and have us newbies have a fair shot at the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's go to our reward challenge here. And we see that it will be reward for Anchor. So this Anchor tribe version is doing a little better than the original Survivor Cambodia Anchor version. They win rope, a tarp, and comfort items and refreshments.
Soda pop.
And Takeo wins just rope and tarp.
Okay.
Immunity challenge number 5. Here we go. And would you look at this? Bayon wins immunity again.
I think bad on Bayon, I'm going to say, for doing so well here. They've got such an easy vote to get this, to get rid of Francesca here, and they're just not taking the shot.
Should they throw a challenge here?
You would think that is an obvious move here to throw a challenge. I think my good friend here, Katrina Radke, too much of a
Keep
competitor to throw a challenge.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean, John tried to do this. I heard he actually hit the other tribe's targets with his own slingshot, and then he tried to claim it off as a pass string, like, "Oh, I gotcha."
Yeah.
I heard it was impossible that couldn't even be done.
No.
Yeah.
The odds are so slim.
Yeah, I do think that it might strategically not be the best move to throw the challenge here yet, because there's still a long way to go until the merge. If those 5 are still together, I feel like that when the merge is getting a little closer, they could throw a challenge if they need to. There's still a good chance that Bayon could end up at a tribal council before the merge.
All right, we'll see.
Although we do know that there is a second swap.
There's another swap on the way.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
They don't know that.
Okay. Takeo has won immunity, and Anchor will be headed back to tribal council number 5. Back on the beach. Bayon has seen Francesca, who was frozen out of the alliance, suddenly has bonded with Pastor John, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I think Francesca went up to John secretly and was like, you know what? That thing you did, the immunity challenge, it was actually pretty funny. And John is actually looking for anyone who can laugh at his cockamamie jokes. And so that's what causes them to build a bridge.
Yes. Okay. Meanwhile, at Takeo, we see that Sugar has found the idol. Peter Harkey played it. Sugar has the idol. What could go wrong, Josh?
Oh my God! There was a sugar shack somewhere on Takeo Beach, and she is just eating the apple and rolling around, giddy. She's got vengeance on the mind here, Sugar Kuiper.
Okay, but it's not all happy news over at Takeo, because 2 members of Takeo have had a major fight. And Mike, we see that Francesca and Ryan Aiken have a huge blow up.
That was pretty cheap.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan sort of got outed for, telling Peter about the idol plan. And so he's sort of been outed as untrustworthy. And him and Francesca sort of had a war of words that sort of have extended the entirety of 3 days, even though they won't be going to tribal council. I think this is a simmering pot that we're going to need to watch.
Okay, Anchor, the tribe to watch, headed to tribal council number 5. Sonia has the idol. Zane has the Bayon tribe idol. Nothing new doing headed into Tribal Council number 5. Again,
Yes.
this is the second time we are seeing Angkor go to Tribal Council with 2 people with idols. Last time, Darnell got voted out with the idol.
Well,
Mike,
in fairness, he got rocked out.
well,
by
he went home with the
himself.
idol.
Yeah.
Uh,
The dynamics here are a little shifty, right? Like they're a little squirrely here where Chicken was temporarily a traitor. Seems like he has been able to
bounced back.
redeem himself in the eyes of his fellow tribe mates. You could imagine the scenario where Wendy Joe is just an easy open and shut vote. But apparently Sierra has just been, really just like talking like she is the queen of Survivor, God's gift to Survivor. So I'll be curious. I'll be curious to see which way this falls.
all right. Mike, do you have a pick for this Tribal Council?
I feel like they're at the prevailing theme, besides all these random choices that everyone's going to rocks, would be let's get rid of these vets. I feel like Sierra's gonna be the one that sticks out. I feel like we're starting to see the Bayon alliance sort of collapse in on itself. And they say they spare Wendy Joe. She's a nice woman, a neat lady, to reference the person that is not in this season. And they decide to go for Sierra instead.
Okay. Sierra is without an alliance. Let's see how she does tonight. Let's get to the votes. First, Zane will play the Bayon Tribe Idol. Any vote for Zane will not count.
I think that's understandable. He almost went home in a rock draw with an idol in his pocket. So
Yes,
I don't want to
he
be a
got spooked.
Darnell.
He got
He's
spooked.
spooked.
Sonia does not
That's
play
just a poo.
her idol. So any votes
Ice water in Sonia Christopher's veins.
any votes for Sonia or for Zane will not count. Okay, first vote, Zane does not count. Zane does not count. Zane does not
Wow.
count.
Look at
Two
all these
votes
correct
left.
idol plays.
I apologize for questioning.
Wendy Joe.
Ooh.
Wendy Joe, the tribe has spoken.
Okay. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
Hey,
I'm sad to see Wendy
They
Joe
would have
go.
had Zane if he didn't have the idol. They would have. They had his number.
Yeah. Can we talk about the fact that Wendy Joe got idled out? I don't think any of us expected that in Survivor First Boots.
Yeah.
Wendy Joe, time to go. Good for her. She almost pulled it off on Zane Knight. She just didn't realize that she was playing against truly one of the great first boots in Survivor history.
Yeah. So there was an alliance with Wendy Joe, Sonia, and Chicken. They all put their votes on Zane. Zane played his idol, and it was Sierra and Zane that were the 2 votes. It was enough to take out Wendy Joe. Josh, any final words about Wendy Joe?
No, but that's a very compelling way that the votes broke down with Sierra being on the out to the tribe. You got to imagine they're like, Sierra, just vote for Zane. That's what we're doing. Sierra's like, no, I'm going to go to Zane and I'm going to warn him what's going on. And we're going to take out Wendy Joe. Look, Wendy Joe did so much better here than she did in Nicaragua. I think that with the amount of time that she played this season, you got to figure some of these people know her age at this point.
Yeah, we think so.
So I feel like she must have gotten to know some of these people a little bit better than she did the first time out.
Okay.
I am all for the Sierra Zane alliance. We can call it big moves with a Z.
Yep. It's an alliance with crazy moves. We're here for it. Ready to watch Sierra and Zane go to work here on the rest of Survivor First Boots. Okay. Episode number 6. Here we go. Bayon with its full contingent of 6 members. Takeo is down to 5. Angkor is down to 4. We check back in on the beach. Katrina and Vetus still have a pretty strong alliance going. The rest of the tribe, minus Francesca, they have their alliance still. Over on
Francesca hasn't been able to get her way in there.
she was
yet.
made
These
some
are-
inroads with John Raymond, but
She's friends with Pastor John, yeah.
Yeah, there are 5 people who haven't gone to tribal council, and Francesca's still sort of on the outside looking in.
Okay. Ryan Aiken and Francesca had a major fight last week. You would think that there is still a big rift between Ryan and Seiku's alliance and Francesca, Peter, and Sugar's alliance over on Takeo. And on Angkor, we see after last night's tribal council, the only game in town is this Bayon tribe alliance, which is Chicken, Sonia, and Zane, who did not vote together at the last tribal
How does
council.
this not fall apart? Or
I don't know.
at least become a slight alliance, considering
Well-
that they tried to vote Zane out.
Zane's a very forgiving man.
Original
I think.
Bayon, strong.
Yes. He's like, I appreciate you had to take a shot, but we gotta fight another day.
Okay, let's get to our reward challenge here, and we have our reward where Anchor wins reward.
Okay.
And then Takeo also wins reward. Not sure what the reward was.
The reward seems to be
What they wanted.
a big plate of nothing.
Big plate of nothing. Okay. All right, let's go to our immunity challenge here for episode number 6. Anchor is immune.
Nice.
And then Bayon is coming in second place. They'll avoid tribal council. It's time to see Takeo go back to tribal. We know that no one had yet found the Bayon tribe idol. I'm sure after it was played, Katrina Radke has the idol, Josh.
I could not be happier for Katrina Radke. It was hidden out in the water. She went for one of her regular swims. She got out there. She got it. Takes some work, but she did it. Good
Okay.
for you.
I love how this season they're hiding all these idols out in the water. It's usually in a tree or something, but they just decide to throw them out in the ocean.
I know.
And Johnny Fairplay, Mike, has isolated himself from the rest of the tribe. Not the best idea. No one wants to align with him.
Shocked.
Yes.
I'm shocked at this.
Yes, he's managed to piss everybody off. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't offer them a great discount on his merchandise. Just
He didn't
a small
offer them
one.
a discount. No discount. Not even like wear a free one. You can have this, and help me with promotion. You have to buy the shirt with your name.
You have to buy on the shirt.
Yes.
It makes no sense.
Okay. Nobody wants to trust Johnny Fairplay.
No.
Okay.
They've seen the season.
Takeo tribe. Sugar has the Takeo idol. No movement there. Okay. Meanwhile, Anchor. Sonia has the Anchor tribe idol. Zane is rubbing people the wrong way. He got a little cocky, Josh, after him and Sierra pulled one over on everybody.
Yeah, a little Hansian. I think that was always something that could be kicking around inside of Zane. Look, we've said it before. Like, is Zane the worst player ever, or does he have that potential to be one of the greats? And he's acting with that attitude right now, and he's made it this far.
I am the greatest of all time.
Oh
Zane.
God. The seeds are taking hold.
Well, what I didn't realize is that aren't Zane and Fairplay like pretty good friends? Don't they? Aren't they like from the same general area?
I think they come from the same area. I don't think necessarily that they are tight.
I want to back Mike's narrative here and say that Zane and Fairplay
are best friends.
Best
They're
friends.
the best friends in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're wearing matching bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
I ship it.
Right. Listening to vinyl records all the time together. All right. Let's go to Takeo is headed to tribal council. Okay. So much drama over at Takeo. We know Sugar has an idol. Mike, what do you think's happening tonight? We know that Ryan and Seiku are in the numerical disadvantage.
And I think that Ryan and Francesca's big fight last round, I think Ryan is in a big heap of trouble right now. So I think it's safe to say at least conventional wisdom would have him going home, but Brian Steele does not function on conventional wisdom, so we shall see.
No, but that is just what we're here for in Survivor First Boots. Okay, let's get to the vote. Sugar will not play the idol. Looks like it should be cut and dry. Let's see. First vote, Ryan Aiken. Second vote, Peter. Ryan, that's 2 votes Ryan, 1 vote Peter. Peter, that's 2 votes Ryan, 2 votes Peter, 1 vote left. Ryan Aiken, the tribe has spoken.
Yeah. Straightforward vote.
That was pretty cheap.
Yeah.
That was easy. I think Seiku is the more agreeable of the two original Bayons left on this tribe. You get rid of Ryan Aiken. You possibly eliminate a challenge threat here as you're looking ahead towards the merge right now.
He almost made the merge this time. So kudos to Ryan Aiken for so far this season's most improved performance.
Good for you, Ryan. Yes.
Until the next vote, when someone else will get the most improved.
New milestones with each passing tribal council.
That's what's so exciting about a First Boot season. Everybody,
I know.
it's as far as the game gets further, and it's still so new for everybody.
It's true.
Okay, All right, let's get to episode number 7, and let's go from 3 tribes to 2. One
All
last
right.
look at our 3-tribe configuration. The Bayon tribe managed to avoid tribal council for 4 votes, never voting out a member of New Bayon. They will send Deb, Francesca, who, boy, she dodged a bullet,
A
really.
huge bullet, yes.
She has like 7 bullets.
Yes. Deb, Francesca, John Raymond, Johnny Fairplay, Katrina Radke, and Vetus. Been a quiet season for Vetus so far as well.
He's just been doing yoga the entire time. I don't think that he's spoken once.
He's come back very chill the third
Yes.
time around. Over on Takeo, Francesca. Sugar, who has started to emerge a bit. She'll take an idol into the swap. Peter Harkey and Sekou, who also is dodging a bullet here. Probably would have been the next one to go on Takeo. And then over on Angkor, a lot of drama going on here at Angkor. Chicken, Sierra, Sonia, and Zane all headed to the swap. Don't forget, Sonia still has the Angkor idol. Let's meet our new tribes, okay?
I'm sad for the end of Angkor. That was one of the great train wrecky tribes in Survivor history. Was this Angkor tribe?
This one, not the original one.
Yes, this new Angkor tribe is one of the greats. One of the greats.
All right, so let's check out our new tribes here. Over on the new Bayon tribe, we have Chicken Morris,
Damn.
Francesca, John Raymond, Johnny Fairplay, Sonia, Vetus, and Zane Knight. So a lot to process here. Josh or Mike, any first impressions of new Bayon?
We're seeing Chicken and Francesca are the old school Bayoners here on this tribe, and you gotta wonder if they are going to be in trouble with a little bit of a reunion of the Takeo squad. I believe Sonia actually is from that original Bayon tribe as well.
Yeah, and Sonia tried to. I remember she voted with Francesca and Chicken when they voted out David Sampson, but considering that Chicken flipped on them to draw rocks, I'm not entirely sure. Also, from that huge megalith second Bayon tribe that never went to tribal council, I think we have 4 people sticking through there in Francesca, John, Johnny Fairplay, and Vetus, but it seems like Francesca might have some of the numbers back now. So now maybe your words are going to be seeding fruition here, Josh, that maybe they should have thrown the challenge to get rid of Francesca because now she has numbers on her side.
Unless like they were able to do some good work, especially if Pastor John was able to bring Francesca closer to him, and she may feel closer with this group and could turn on Chicken, Sonia, and Zane, who she is original tribe mates with. Zane kind of coming in here once again as a little bit of a loose cannon. I think he and Chicken had a little bit of a rift towards the end of that original of that new Angkor days.
Yeah,
so.
but don't forget that Zane Knight is now reunited with First Boot and best friend Johnny Fairplay.
That's
so
true.
They have
Great
an alliance
point.
there.
They're doing secret handshakes down by the beach. They're like giggling to each other and trading stories.
Right.
Yeah, Fairplay gives Zane his Zane Knight T-shirt that he'd been very eager to give to Zane all season
His Zane Knight
long.
suit of armor with his face on it that he branded.
Yeah, so Zane's got to be careful not to wear that around camp. He's got a good thing here that most people don't know about his great friendship with Johnny Fairplay.
Yes.
Wants to play that under the radar.
All right, let's meet the new Takeo. Takeo 3.0. It's Sierra. It's Deb. It's Francesca. It's Jessica Sugar Kuiper. It's Katrina Radke. It's Peter. And it's Sekou Bunch to round out the group.
To round out the Sekou Bunch.
Yes.
Sierra and Sekou Bunch are from a tribe together, but that's it. Otherwise, this is a deep cut original Takeo tribe that we are looking at here with Deb, with Francesca, with Sugar, with Katrina, and one Peter Harkey. So you got to imagine that Sierra, who's been rubbing people wrong this season already, she could be in some serious heat here on Takeo.
Okay. When we are not out here in the middle of Ko-Rong, so
Yes.
we don't need all that heat. All right, let's go to Bayon, see what's doing with the alliances. Chicken and Francesca are back
The dream
and
team.
reunited. John Raymond and Vetus are working together. We have a original Bayon tribe of Chicken, Sonia, and Zane Knight alliance. We also see a original Bayon. So in the last version of Angkor, Chicken, Sonya, and Zayn bonded. We also had the
Yes.
original Bayon alliance of Chicken, Francesca, Sonya, and Zayn. And then we also have people who were from original Takeo in John Raymond, Johnny Fairplay, and Vetus. And then we have a alliance of the entire tribe together, all 7 of them. are
Everyone's
an
getting
alliance.
voted
along.
Yeah.
And then the group of the new anchor. So this is where things get a little convoluted here. So it's like everybody has an alliance with everybody. Okay, over on the other tribe,
You need a blackboard.
yeah, more of the same. Let me give you some of the highlights. There's the group of Francesca, Peter, and Sugar. That seems like that's a real alliance. They've been voting together
those
for
were
a
the 3
while.
that voted together against Ryan, I think, at the last tribal council. So I think they're pretty strong. It seems some 3s and 4s up there, but they seem pretty loyal to each other.
Yes. Plus, then, if you loop in some other people from original Takeo, you could add in Deb, Eaton, and Katrina. So it seems like that group may have numbers going into a vote, which could potentially be bad news for Zayn or Sekou.
Yeah, I feel I don't like Sierra's shot here on this tribe. Once again, the reminder that this was a group that had their shot at either Ryan Aiken or Sekou Bunch, and they chose to go after Ryan. They've got Sekou here as an outsider on this tribe, and Sierra as an outsider on this tribe. Got to imagine they're gonna bunch together with Sekou, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to imagine that they like this guy, and if they've got their choice, they'd rather keep him than Sierra.
Yes. I apologize for misspeaking. Zayn obviously is on the Bayon tribe with Johnny Fairplay. Okay.
With his
All right.
best
Now,
friend.
obviously,
Yes.
this is very complicated.
Very complicated stuff. Okay. All right. So, Lee, we get to our reward challenge. Okay. And our reward challenge is going to see the Takeo tribe win a picnic. So,
Wow.
congratulations to
Nice.
Takeo for a picnic. But let's get to our immunity challenge. That's what we're
Oh, this
here
is
to
the
see.
gross food one.
Gross food challenge. And would you look at this? Doesn't matter who's on Bayon, they just keep on winning here. Bayon strong. They will avoid Tribal Council, and Takeo will head to Tribal Council number 7.
Look at this squad, though. Of course, they won the gross food eating challenge.
Oh yeah,
Like, this
Zayn and Chicken are probably used to eating grosser things than like pig snouts and the beetle larva or whatever.
Like
this
he's
is a
eaten it every day
tribe
in his
of
life.
monster eaters on this tribe for sure. Yeah, Francesca
And
ate a rock.
Yeah, let's remember, Francesca can eat anything. Francesca cannot eat anything by the laws of nature. So she was the
That's
one that really
true.
screwed it over for Takeo.
Yeah,
All
it was
right.
a head-to-head in the final round, and Francesca was able to eat the rock, and Francesca just could not get it down.
Here we go. Bayon tribe. Here's what's going on. Sonya has the Angkor tribe idol. We have some alliances coming together. The original Bayon tribe alliance is Chicken, Sierra, Francesca, Sekou, Sonya, and Zayn Knight. And it seems like while this has been weakened a little bit, that's an alliance of 6, which I believe does not include Johnny Fairplay.
Interesting.
So Johnny Fairplay could be in trouble here, but we have the merge coming up next, so probably won't matter too much. Okay, over on Takeo. Sugar has an idol. Katrina has an idol. Deb and Sekou have a minor fight.
Minor fight. I wonder what that's
And
all
it's
about.
minor fight in a minor key. That's why they had the fight. Deb's like, can you play something a little more major? And Sekou refused because he's going to tribal council. He wants to play a bit of a dirge.
I thought maybe it was like a minor fight with like pickaxes and stuff. With Deb's new career.
Oh, a
as
minor
a-
fight.
as
Yeah,
a
to get the
minor-
rocks. Right.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go to Tribal Council number 7, which this will be the last Tribal Council before the merge here in Survivor First Boots.
Oh my God, I can
And
taste that merge feast.
Katrina with an idol. Sugar has an idol. Josh, anything changing in terms of you feeling like Sierra could be the boot here?
I think if I'm playing this season, if I'm on Survivor First Boots, I feel like Sierra is somebody that I'm coming after tonight. Like she just does not have the connections here. She's clearly playing a little bit of an arrogant game. Just look at Sekou there in that bottom right corner, just
Happy
smiling,
guy. But minor
smiling.
fight happened.
Minor fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully that
Sierra-
doesn't turn into a major blindside.
She could be very dangerous if she gets to the merge. We've seen what she's capable of. Okay, so we will see. Everybody vote. Katrina will not play the Bayon tribe idol.
Okay.
Sugar does not play the Takeo tribe idol. 7 votes tonight. They will all count. first vote, Peter Harkey. Boy, Peter Harkey
Okay.
has gotten a lot of votes in this season. All right. Next vote, Peter. That's 2 votes,
Interesting.
Peter.
Interesting.
Peter. 3 votes,
What?
Peter Harkey. Sekou. 3 votes, Peter. 1 vote, Sekou. Sekou. Peter. That's 4 votes, Peter. The tribe has spoken. 5 in all for Peter Harkey. A blindside of Peter Harkey, Josh. You are holding your head in disbelief.
I'm really surprised. Listen, do you come into this season with incredibly high hopes for Peter Harkey? Not necessarily, but he'd been playing a really solid game. He was here with a really big majority, and just a large swath of people came after Peter Harkey. What happened?
Let's take a look at what happened. The votes against Peter were Sierra, Deb, Francesca, Sugar, and then also Sekou. It looks like there could be potentially a women's alliance, Mike, although Katrina was loyal to Peter Harkey.
Sweet, innocent Katrina. She played it Takeo strong all the way to they're part of Peter's Angels. They were with Peter on the Takeo 2.0, and they got rid of him. I mean, I guess if I can make a comparison to Peter's game, since he once owned a bowling alley, he was like bowling a pretty good game. You know, he had to pick up the spare when he played that idol, but then he just hit a couple of gutter balls here, and not a great high scoring game for Peter Harkey.
Yeah.
Wasn't Peter Harkey? Isn't he like very good friends with Boston Rob? Isn't he one of the only Survivor alums?
I think he's was
Boston Rob's
friendly
wedding?
enough with Boston Rob. Yes, he was the only.
They're best
survivor.
friends.
Yes,
They're best friends. They're best friends. Let's go with that narrative. I feel like Boston Rob probably coached Peter up before the season and told him, like, when you come back, do poorly, because this is essentially your first time. Do poorly your first time. Come back and get very close to the win on your second time. Do poorly again, and then win your fourth time. So this is just the start for Peter.
And in fairness, I believe that Rob Mariano was the 7th boot in Survivor Marquesas. So Peter did graduate.
All right, so he's sticking to the plan.
One step behind Boston Rob.
Peter,
yes,
smarten up.
Yeah.
Next time,
all right, so it's
finals.
It's all going
off
on.
The love of your life. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we are headed towards our Survivor First Boot merge. We are rolling along here as we are finally going to merge the Bayon tribe and the Takeo tribe, a merge of 13. And
it's happening, guys. Worlds are colliding. Apocalypse. Francesca is about to be on the same tribe as Francesca. We manifested it. It is now happened.
Boy,
I'm loving it.
Could we get to a final 3 with 2 of the 3 Francescas? Would they split the vote?
This is a regrettable situation we have found ourselves in. Of all the many regrets I have in podcasting, this is very high on the list, is the 2 Francescas.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, of course, our tribes are going to merge. And this season, the Survivor First Boot merge is sponsored by our friends over at Blue Apron, where they deliver farm fresh ingredients and step-by-step recipes to your door or to your tribe placemat, or whatever you choose, because their mission is to make incredible home-cooked meals accessible to everyone, because they have the perfectly proportioned ingredients that are delivered right to your door to make a dinner quick, easy, and insanely tasty as well.
Insanely tasty.
Yes. Skip the meal planning and get straight to cooking with Blue Apron. The tribe got to recreate the experience that my wife and I have when we go on the Blue Apron website and pick out 2 to 3 meals that we want to eat for the week that come delivered in the refreshing refrigerated box with all the ingredients pre-proportioned. Such a great tribe bonding experience to bring the whole group together, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, it might be quite literally too many cooks in the kitchen, but I think it's a nice experience to have everyone bond together over cooking a meal together. I mean, food brings everyone together, no matter what side you may be on. So the opportunity to cook Blue Apron
or Bayon,
exactly. It's a little bit of a weird experience at first. Like, wait, it can't get provided to us. We have to cook it. But you know what? They found a nice sort of ground to eat over, quite literally and metaphorically.
Bringing everybody together with mouth-watering grilling options for summer, like chicken, with barbecue sauce and juicy cheeseburgers with spicy slaw. So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free at blueapron.com/Rob. That's blueapron.com/Rob to get your first 3 meals for free. Blue Apron, it's a better way to cook. All right.
Fair play, very confused as to why the aprons don't have everybody's faces on them.
All right. It's our merge tribe. Orkin, that was the name of the merge tribe in this season?
Yeah, it means thank you in Cambodian.
I believe that's right.
As in thank you, Survivor gods, for not letting us be the first boot and actually making the merge.
And I think also like the way you pronounce it is very different from how it looks phonetically, but I'm not going to try.
All right. Let's get to our alliances in this group of 13. All right, here we go. Here's the roll call. Katrina and Vetus. Vetus, we barely said his name. They have an alliance together.
Underwear alliance, yeah.
Yes. Chicken and Francesca have an alliance together. Deb, John Raymond, Katrina and Vetus. They have a alliance from being on the last version of the Takeo tribe at Bayon tribe. It gets very confusing.
Very complicated.
Francesca and Sugar have an alliance. Chicken, Sonia, and Zane have an alliance. There is a group that voted together at one point or would live together of Chicken, Sierra, Francesca, Sekou, Sonia, and Zane.
They occupied the same space at one point.
There are 7 people, apparently, that were from original Takeo, Josh. That seems important. Deb, Francesca, John Raymond, Johnny Fairplay, Katrina, Jessica, Sugar Kuiper, and Vetus.
That is a large block of people.
7
we got
6
7,
majority.
7-6.
Yes.
But Johnny Fairplay has a best friend over on the other side. So we'll see. This has turned blood water, quite literally, between Johnny Fairplay and Zane, and also the 2 Francescas. Will they work together, or will this turn into Francesca Civil War?
Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of stuff going on here at the merge. Hopefully we can get some clarity after the immunity challenge and tribe events. So immunity challenge, Johnny Fairplay wins the first immunity after the merge. So a immunity win for Mr. Johnny Fairplay.
Look, I think all of that, like, the working out and everything, like it has worked out for Johnny Fairplay.
And he will not let anyone not forget the fact that he won immunity. He is talking it down up the beach. He's modeling it. He's already putting in designs for several types of merchandise with the immunity necklace around his neck. It's all happening for Fairplay.
Challenge Beast Fairplay on his way. I'm very into it. I'm loving it.
Here we go. Next, we have back at the tribe. We know Sugar has an idol. Katrina has an idol, and Sonia has an idol. 3 queens with idols here at the merge in Survivor First Boots.
Idol Queens is another season of Bryant Steele that's in the making.
3 blondes with 3 idols.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Sekou has isolated himself. Not what you want to do at the merge here, Sekou.
I think Sekou was not fond of the Blue Apron meal. And so he wanted to register a complaint, and so he kind of pushed himself away from the...
That's impossible, Mike.
Yeah, there's nothing to complain about with Blue Apron. Blue Apron is the bomb.
All right, let's get to our tribal council. This is going to be a hot mess with 13 people voting at the first tribal council here of Survivor First Boots. Mike, who's the name that's top of mind?
No idea. I mean, Sekou might get booted for bad-mouthing Blue Apron. We might have, let's see. I mean, I'm thinking about like if the former Bayons are outnumbered here. I think Sekou might be top of mind. You might be looking at someone like a Sierra, who, again, she has this huge target painted on her back. The target might have gotten so big, a la Will Kirby, that it's non-existent at this point. But I feel like she's always going to be a name that's thrown out. But we also have 3 idols in play. So I feel like my bigger predictions, I feel like at least one's going to get played at Tribal Council here.
Yeah, I think it's a combustible situation that we are walking into here, where you got to imagine somebody is going to pull a trigger on an idol tonight. You just got to wonder, who's it going to be? Are they going to play it correctly? Or, as has already happened this season, is somebody going to regret not playing it at all.
Okay, let's get to the votes. Okay, Katrina has an idol, Sugar has an idol, Sonia has an idol. Everyone votes. Katrina will play the Bayon idol. Any votes
Play
for
that
Katrina?
stay, Katrina.
Radke
Queen Katrina.
will not count. Sugar does not play the Takeo idol. Sonia does not play the Anchor idol. You cannot vote for Johnny Fairplay as well. Let's go tally the votes. First vote. Katrina Radke does not count.
Ooh.
Katrina Radke does not count.
Nice.
Yes, Queen. Yes.
Katrina
Yes!
does not count.
Yes, Queen Katrina. Yes.
Katrina does not count.
Yes.
Damn, this is a Jen Brown situation. we got
Katrina
here.
does not count.
Oh my God.
8 votes left. Katrina
Oh, yeah.
does not count.
Wow. Whoa!
Francesco.
Oh,
First-
Francesca!
Francesco gets a vote.
Chicken Morris.
Damn!
1 vote Chicken, 1 vote Francesca. Chicken Morris.
Damn!
Francesca. That's
Okay,
2
okay.
votes Francesca. 2
Oh,
votes Chicken. Chicken Morris.
Damn!
Franny.
Is
Francesca.
there going to be
Francesca.
another tie in
Francesca.
the final
That's
13?
3 votes for 3 votes Chicken, 3 votes Francesca, 1 vote left. The first player voted out of Survivor First Boots, and the first member of our jury is Chicken.
Wow!
Damn!
Wow, they ate him up much like they ate up the chicken from their Blue Apron merge feast.
They weren't done. They weren't done.
No,
They got
we
the
need
taste
more.
of
We
chicken
had the
in
taste of
mouth.
chicken in our mouths. We need more.
They had to keep going. They couldn't stop.
Let's see what happened. He went from first boot of the game to first boot at the merge. He was part of the group that was taking out Katrina. He had his sights set on Katrina. He voted for Katrina. Sierra voted for Katrina. Deb Eaton was one of the votes for Chicken. Francesca was one of the votes for Katrina. Francesca was one of the votes for Chicken. So advantage Francesca at the merge.
Forgot that they're right next to each other. But I like this. Rob has a great idea. Let's track who's the better player at this point.
Well,
I will say
sorry.
Francesca dodged a lot of bullets in the pre-merge by not going to tribal council on that old Bayon.
Her
But
social
Francesca
game
got
is very strong.
Yeah, Francesca got a leg up on her this time.
Yes, she's a real Denise Stapley at this point compared to the Cambodia version of Francesca.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Then Sugar was one of the votes for Chicken. John Raymond was one of the votes for Francesca. We saw him
wow.
bond with Francesca earlier in the game.
So he turned. He
the rival-
turned.
So, well, no, it's by the laws of nature. If he loves Francesca, he must hate Francesca, and that's why he had to vote
Because
against
he
her.
started with Francesca.
Johnny Fairplay was one of the votes against Katrina. Katrina
turned out
votes
to
for Francesca. Sekou voted for Chicken. Sonia voted for Katrina. This is a mess, as predicted. I have no idea.
Well, this is interesting because from what I'm sketching out, at least when it came to the Katrina votes, I'm pretty sure it was the Bayon people, except for Sekou, who flipped. But on the other side, Johnny Fairplay flipped back to the old Bayon people to vote out Katrina.
Right, and Pastor John also with Fairplay. He just like he had to choose. He had to go against the Francesca he couldn't trust anymore. So even though Katrina plays the idol on herself correctly, she votes incorrectly. ultimately.
She votes for Francesca.
Yeah.
Francesca. So the votes that win the day, Sekou's vote is for Chicken. Sugar's vote is for Chicken. Francesca's vote is for Chicken. And Deb Eaton. Interesting. All right.
Okay.
Let's go to our second vote after the merge here.
Chicken is going to be a great 4-person of the jury, by the way. I think he's
great Ponderosa video, Mike.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to shut up in the jury box during tribal council. He'll just be speaking at full volume.
12 members here. Okay. When we take a look at the tribes, let's see if we can make any sense out of what we see here. Anything jumping out to you guys to highlight here?
The only thing is that now OG Bayon, I think, is down, 5-7 at this point? So, I mean...
a critical loss at a moment that they really could not afford to lose one of their own. Is this just going to be a straight pagonging here in the second half of Survivor First Boots? Is something that
But we You have another idol that's been hidden, and assumingly maybe even an idol back at the merge camp. So there's much more disarray to be in play, surely.
That's true. There's another idol that's now in the mix now that Katrina has played hers. Plus, there's 2 idols that are already in the possession. One in Sonia's corner, one in Jessica Sugar Kuiper's corner. So it's very, very we're moving and shaking here all over First Boots. Shaking our first booties here.
All right. Let's go to our reward challenge here. And this motley crew has one reward. It's Katrina. It's Francesca. It is Zane. It is Sugar. It is Vetus. It is Sekou. They are going on a tuk-tuk ride, Mike.
Oh,
Who's
my God. Look
driving
at
the
Sekou
tuk-tuk?
driving that tuk-tuk.
Sekou driving the
Sekou
Toto.
driving the tuk-tuk. It's a gift.
Toto.
Zane Knight trying to drag along the back of it, like, hold on, I'm trying to get in, but he's running along like Buster Keaton or something like that. This is a great group.
Oh my God.
All right.
Zane is getting his first taste of caffeine in a very long time, so he's all wired. He's hot wired. He's ready to roll.
Okay.
And
All
Vetus
right.
does nothing.
Nothing. He's been very quiet.
All right. Let's go to our immunity challenge. And Katrina wins immunity. She played her idol last time. You cannot vote for her at this tribal council.
You know, I think that's why they were going after her last time, too. She was very close to winning the immunity, the first immunity at the merge, loses against Fair Play. So they sent a challenge beast in Katrina Radke, and proof's in the pudding here, guys. She wins that second individual immunity.
Okay. Let's see if that other idol gets found. We know Sugar has an idol. We know Sonia has an idol. No one has found the Orkin tribe idol, but Zane and Vetus, major fight.
Ooh, wow. What's anyone fighting with Vetus about? He hasn't even talked to anyone.
But that's the point. Zane said, you know what? You're too quiet. And then Vetus is just going to be like, why are you telling me this? And they just start screaming.
Big screaming fight.
Zane purposely did this. He's on the bottom on the old Bayon. He wants to rile him. He wants to rattle him. And so he decides to just make up some rumors about Vetus that really just come to the forefront, much like a beloved Big Brother cast member on the challenge.
I decided to rattle Zane.
These are jokes I don't understand, but I assume that they're super funny.
Yeah. All right. Tribal Council number 9. Here we go. 12 people. The major fight just happened with Vetus and Zane.
A highly caffeinated Zane Knight.
Yes. He's turned up.
Yes.
Let's see how it plays out. Okay, so Sugar with an idol, Sonia with an idol. We vote Sugar does not play her idol. Sonia does not play her idol.
Sitting.
Okay,
Right.
all the votes will count. You cannot vote for Katrina Radke. Let's tally the votes. First vote, Francesca. Second vote, Vetus.
Vetus.
Vetus. It's 2 votes, Vetus. 1 vote, Franny. I don't know why I've adopted that Francesca is Franny. Sekou. That's
Sekou
2
popping
votes,
up out of
Vetus.
nowhere.
1 vote, Sekou. 1 vote, Francesca. That's 2 votes, Franny. 2 votes, Vetus. 1 vote,
You think everyone would be
Sekou.
more on the page together since the last vote?
No,
Nope,
this is
everything's
a
all over the
season of
place.
first boots, Mike.
No one is on the same page.
Sekou, we're tied. That's 2 votes. It's 2 votes Sekou, 2 votes Franny, 2 votes Vetus. 7 votes left. Vetus, 3 votes for Vetus. Francesca, that's 3 votes Vetus, 3 votes Francesca, 2 votes Sekou. Francesca,
Ooh.
4 votes for Francesca, 3 votes Vetus, 2 votes Sekou. Sekou, that's 4 for Franny, 3 for Vetus, 3 for Sekou, 2 votes left. Franny, that's 5 votes, Franny.
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Francesca,
All right.
the tribe has spoken. Boy.
You gotta applaud Francesca making it as far as she did. I think a very strong run here from Francesca on her 3rd time out to Survivor. And look, all hope is not yet lost. Francesca remains in the game.
The question
and
is,
our jobs are slightly easier now that there's only one to track.
Did Francesca vote against Franny?
Let's see. Let's
Yes.
see.
Yes.
She voted out herself. She voted out herself. Jeff Probst is just a ball of goo at this point. He is so elated at this very idea. This is the biggest move I think that has ever existed in the game of Survivor.
I was just going to say, this is the high point of Survivor history is Francesca.
Yeah. Hey,
blindsiding
Sierra,
Francesca.
eat your heart out.
Did you vote yourself out the game?
Francesca just voted out herself.
Oh my God. Wow.
Now, does Francesco vote
settles
out
the debate.
Francesca, or does she just absorb her back into herself?
No, Francesca is going to the jury. Will Francesca vote for Francesca in the final three?
Well, we got a long way to go before we get there. You'd like to think so. Game respects game. He voted me out, and I'm you, so I have to vote for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll split the money, right?
Okay.
That's against the rules, Mike.
Let's see if we can make sense of all this. Okay, so the votes against Francesca were Vetus, Katrina, Sugar, Francesca, Deb, and Sierra. Votes against Sekou were Francesca, John Raymond, Johnny Fairplay, and that was it. That group was only 3. And then votes against Vetus were Zane, were Sonia, was Sekou, and
I think that was it.
That was it. So it was a 3-3, and then all the rest were from Francesca. 6-3, the rare 6-3-3 survivor split.
Yes.
Yes.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yes.
Well, because if it looks like that, I think, John Raymond took pity on his old buddy Francesca, his old laugh pal, and voted with them. And it seems like Johnny Fairplay might have just hopped along for the ride. Okay. Meanwhile, you have these Bayon people that are on the outs in Sekou and Zane and Sonia, who remember lost chicken. And so they decide, okay, we're going to vote for Vetus, probably because of that fight that Zane got in with Vetus. But everyone else, including Sierra, I believe Sierra flipped over to the Takeo people and got rid of Francesca. So now the former Bayons are now down, 7-4 right now. So things are looking a little bleak right now.
So, yeah, it's like a reverse of fortune of the original Survivor Cambodia. Takeo just to caking names and sorry.
Taking the cake. I like it.
All right. Well, I will allow you guys to reset where we are in the action while I take my quick bathroom break.
Takeo's a bathroom
as we
break.
head into the home stretch of Survivor First Boot.
All right. Well,
Rob is not looking for an idol in there.
No. I mean, he might find one based on the history of this season.
Didn't help Darnell.
It did not help Darnell at all. All right. So we've got this situation here where Takeo just seems to be frog marching through the merge here, Mike.
Yeah, but what I'm feeling is this really a strong alliance? I mean, let's remember, who has not been to a tribal council before the merge, right? You have a good group. I don't believe Pastor John went. Johnny Fairplay didn't go. I don't believe Vetus went. So, I feel like the bonds are sort of tenuous at best. And we do have people sort of flipping about. John and Johnny Fairplay voted with Bayon Francesca. We had Sierra flipping over. So hopefully, I don't want a pagonging here or a Bayoning. Hopefully the dynamics are a bit more fluid. But I would say if you are Zane, Sekou, or Sonia right now, it's not the best situation.
I think we need to take a moment to just kind of our jaws have to be at least slightly dropped, a little bit of gape here that Zane Knight has made it this far, that of the surviving Bayons, Zane is part of that squad. After his pre-merge antics, people still aren't taking their shots at Zane Knight.
Well, I'm wondering if at this point they look at Zane, you look at the fight he got in with Vetus, you look at all these other antics that he's doing, and you wonder, you know what, Zane would be good to take to the end. I wonder if we're talking about potential here. I know we're already at 10, but there's a final 3 going on in only a few votes, and I want to feel like maybe people are starting to eye possibly Zane as nobody's going to vote for Zane.
Yeah,
we can take him to the end because who knows what he's going to say to put his own foot in his mouth.
Yeah, I mean, but we are looking so far at a Bayon jury. I mean, we've got Chicken and Francesca on that jury, and the more Bayons that they put there, if Zane is able to squeak on by, he might be in decent shape with a little bit of a block on the jury. I can't believe that Sekou Bunch is still in the mix here right now. I can't believe we still have these 2 idols from Sugar, from Sonia.
Let's put in a bet here. Who's the first to play their idol, Sugar or Sonia?
I think that Sonia is going to hold for a little while. I think so. No one suspects Sonia Christopher with that idol. No one has any idea that she is sitting on that anchor idol.
And even if she plays it, it's going to be like a Kelly Wentworth situation where surely she can't find it again. She would never be able to do that. And then
and let's not forget that Zane Knight has the Wentworth underdog Wentworth prophecy on his side right now still. So
he's played a big game though for underdog Wentworth.
Great game.
Okay. All right, let's get to the tribe alliances, which are still pretty messy here. Anything that looks super hot. Let me give you the alliances that are at least a 5 strength here. Katrina and Vetus are working together. They are at a 6 strength. We have Francesca and Sugar at a 5 strength. Sonia and Zane are at a 5 strength alliance. And everything else is just a bunch of people that were on tribes together earlier in the game.
It's a mess.
It's a mess, okay? It's a lot. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is a reward challenge. Francesca, Johnny Fairplay, Deb, Sierra, and Katrina win a reward, and they go to the Survivor Spa, Mike.
This is so nice. Deb gets a hot rock massage, and she is just over the moon.
Yeah. Okay. I get to have some of that spa food.
Yeah, fair play at the spa with the ladies.
All right, immunity challenge. Hey, look, it is John Raymond with immunity. And
No joke.
I'm sorry.
No,
John
it's
Raymond.
an advantage.
I take that back. John Raymond has won the advantage. He can steal another player's vote and play that vote at a tribal council.
Wow.
I love giving Pastor John an advantage that directly contradicts one of the 10 commandments.
Well, there is a steal a vote joke to be made here that I will avoid. But he's going to swim out there and get that steal a vote while can you believe it? Sekou Bunch in this endurance challenge. He's gonna be able to hang on to his buoy for the longest, and he is going to be the 3rd individual immunity winner of the season.
Well, it's interesting because actually how he wins it is Jeff says, okay, this buoy is going to come up. First again, it gets the advantage. Everyone except Sekou ended up jumping off. So it was all just a swimming race. So Sekou ended up winning the immunity challenge in a record 4 seconds. So good on Sekou.
Good for Sekou. Great
Congrats
for Sekou.
to Sekou Bunch. Okay, let's get to what is going on back at the tribe. Okay, Sugar. She has the Takeo idol. Sonia has the Anchor Tribe idol. No one found the idol, but what is this? We now have a strong alliance here between Sonia and Zane.
I'm here for Zania.
Yeah. Zania. Oh, man, that sounds like a band.
Okay. And again, Sonia's a good person to have an idol with or an alliance with because she has an idol. Zane knows this. Maybe he is able to sniff it out.
But that's a super strong alliance. Look at that loyalty rating. It's a 9-9 between Sonia and Zane.
Yeah. All right.
We could be looking. That could be a final 2 right there.
All right. Tribal Council.
That's iconic.
Number 10. Here we go. For the final 11. Josh, you have a name to call out.
Well, I think going into this, I would have been worried for Sekou, but Sekou has just been able to kind of bob and weave his way through this game.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're looking at some of these original Bayon tribe members who are here, we know that there's only 4 of them left. We've got this super strong alliance between Sonia and Zane, and then there's Sierra. Is
voting
Sierra
blocks this season?
Yes. Is this just an easy vote to get rid of Sierra Easton right now? Are they going to go after one of Zania? And if so, because this alliance is now suddenly so strong, will they be able to use Sonia's idol correctly? So a lot to consider.
Something else to watch out for is that in both Survivor Loved Ones and Survivor TEOS All-Stars, in both of those seasons, an advantage was in the game. And in both games, the advantage was played in the round it was found, which makes me wonder if there is a flaw in the game of Bryant Steele, and if Pastor John Raymond will most definitely play the advantage he got in this round immediately.
No, he's gonna stand up and just go, Jeff, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, you should have seen your face. No, I'm not doing it. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So let's check out what's going on here in terms of our idols and our advantages. Pastor John will steal the vote of Zane.
Oh, a person who could not afford to lose his vote in this moment has just lost one. Bad for
This will still show the original voter on the vote page. So I guess we will see Zane's vote, but it will actually be from Pastor John, where like Stephen Fishback used Joe Anglim's vote to vote against Joe, I believe.
Oh my God. Bryant Steele is so vicious that like the Bryant Steele version of the Steele vote is like Pastor John literally stealing Zane's face and wearing Mission Impossible
It's
stuff.
identity theft.
Yes.
I take your face off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go to our votes, or in terms of the idols. Okay.
Sugar and Sonia.
Sugar will not play the idol, but Sonia is going to play the idol.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Will she-
I'm
will
wrong.
she play it on
I think
Zane?
she should. I think she should have played it on Zane.
Okay. She's going to play the idol for herself. First vote. Sonia does not count.
All right, Sonia.
Sonia does not count. Sonia does not count.
Okay.
Sonia does not count. 7 votes left.
These idol plays are fantastic this season.
Sonia does not count.
Oh my God.
Sonia.
At this rate, Andrew Savage is getting voted out.
John Raymond.
Oh no! Thou shalt not steal.
John Raymond. It's 2 votes, John. Katrina Radke. Katrina.
Ooh.
2 votes,
Who
John.
finished that?
2 votes, Katrina. 1 vote left. John. The cursed advantage of Survivor Cambodia. Go back to Ghost Island. You are cursed, advantage.
John Raymond, you are cursed. You got pastored. Oh.
The advantage pastored you.
You've been pastored. Bleep, blop, bloop.
Oh my God, I love this. John stole a vote like one of the best players ever,
Like
and
a
got
boss.
voted out.
John Raymond takes off his own face, and it's Zane underneath. Zane is victorious.
All right, let's talk about what happened. The votes for Sonia were Sierra.
Wow, traitor turncoat.
She's definitively with the Takeo people now. She is. I mean, Sierra's totally fine with flipping. So
I don't
I'm
mean
not
to.
surprised. by
Yeah,
that.
let's not judge her. You know, she's doing whatever she has to win. But that's a cockroach move.
Sierra, Deb Eaton, Francesca, Sugar, Pastor John, Johnny Fairplay, all voted for Sonia. Let's see, and the Zane stolen vote, which again, that Pastor John stole Zane's. I'm sorry, he stole the vote for Katrina.
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
split
so
his own vote.
he actually did what a lot of people did not do when they steal a vote, and actually split the vote with the 2 votes he had, which is, I think, could have worked. Could have worked, but it was Sonia also voted for Katrina. But here's what carried the day. It was Katrina, Sekou, and Vetus, the 3 votes to take out Pastor John. The Underwear Alliance has found a third.
Yes, and we said Vetus has been laying in the
hoping not
weeds
a
here.
turd.
Yeah, Josh, that once upon a time we thought that maybe Vetus could come back and really put together an amazing game, and now here he is heading into the final 10.
Yeah, no, I think Vetus needed to lose very badly in order to regain some of his mystique. You know, he can come back in here and be like, guys, I suck at Survivor. I'm only good at yoga. I'm really now just here just to hang out. Lies, snake in the grass. Vetus Bishkowskis here for blood.
Okay. All right. Not blood versus water this time.
Versus water.
All right. Final 10.
3.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the strong alliances. Katrina and Vetus.
That's been an underrated alliance that's just been kind of like underscoring.
Keep an eye on them.
Underscore and underwear.
Yes, and they've got Deb in the mix now. Deb is part of that crew.
Yeah. They've also working with Deb not as strongly, but she's with them. Then
final 3 goat.
Branch, 0 vote finalist. Venus is not looking bad with maybe 2 0 vote finalists next to him.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, watch what you're saying about Katrina.
Sorry about that. Okay, Francesca and Sugar, they have a 5 alliance, but the strongest alliance in the game is Zane and Sonia, Mike.
Zania, I'm shipping it. Johnny Fairplay has already created the shirts out there on the island, even though he's on the other side.
I'm going to buy my first Fair Play shirt. Give me the Zania shirt. I'm in.
And then here we go. We also have this alliance with Zania plus Vetus plus Johnny Fairplay. That's the the new Bayon tribe alliance.
Wow, those best friends, Fairplay and Zane. Zane is able to bring that in, and Sonya and Fairplay, they're able to talk about their old school Survivor connection. And Vetus is he's just chill. He's just hanging.
Okay, here we go. Reward challenge. This crew: Johnny, Sugar, Katrina, Vetus, and Sierra. They are going to a Cambodian circus. Mike, I
When
just missed
did
that
that
episode.
happen?
Call a Cambodian circus.
Wait a minute. Look, we may not remember who won the removing challenge. I am 95% sure there was no circus reward.
Yeah, Wanda coming out on a unicycle.
I mean, a circus is fun. Okay.
Going to the Cambodian circus is fun.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Let's go to our immunity challenge.
I hope there's a circus alliance now that formed between the 5 people who went there.
Deal.
Guys,
what is happening?
we all went to the circus together. We all need to work together now. We've had this formative experience.
Okay. Let's talk this through.
But
This
did
is
that happen? Because I have no memory of a
Okay,
Cambodia.
this is an interesting wrinkle. Okay, at our immunity challenge, if 5 or more castaways choose to sit out and give up a shot at immunity, the entire tribe will return to a new shelter built at their camp.
Oh yes, so that's because there was a bad storm that rocked the beach. Sekou was out all night. He was his severe gastrointestinal distress. It was not a pretty sight. Vetus's feet, they're moldy.
Okay, so 5 people sit out this immunity challenge. They are Deb, Katrina, Sekou, Sonia, and Vetus. No shot at immunity. The winner of immunity challenge will be one of Sierra, Francesca, Sugar, Johnny Fairplay, and Zane. And Johnny Fairplay, second immunity of the season.
Wow, 2-time winner Johnny
Beast.
Fairplay. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to the tribe and see what's going on in that new shelter. Sugar has an idol. And guess what?
Wow.
Deb Eaton has found the new idol.
Who's a 0 vote finalist now, bitches?
I know. Oh God, that's great news. Hopefully for Zania, you know they pulled Deb into their alliance recently, so this could be good news.
We have some breaking news with Francesca and Sugar, and it turns out that they have a very strong alliance now.
Yeah, we're seeing 2 9s in their loyalty to each other. So, what do they talk about? Like, what do Francesca and Sugar like? What's going on with the two of them?
Episodes of Gilmore Girls.
Yeah. Probably.
Love.
Okay, they talk about love. That's what they talk about.
Love. Well, yeah, Francesca's like, look, Jessica, I know you've had a lot of, sordid past, but here's how we can talk through rebuilding your relationship.
I'll help you.
Okay. Let's go to our tribal council number 11. 10 people will vote at this tribal council. Okay. A couple of idols are still out there. Sugar's idol, Deb's idol. Katrina still has the idol?
No, that's
she's
gone.
gone.
There's just 2 idols in the mix right now.
Okay. All right. Any names jumping out to you, Mike?
Zania is looking. Even though they did vote in the majority, that was only by pure idol play. So those are at top of mind right now. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see if this circus alliance is a thing. Otherwise, they might go to. You might see Sierra go to the Lions.
All right. Let's check out what's going on. Sugar does not play the Takeo tribe idol. Deb does not play the Orkin tribe idol. So no idols at the final 10. First vote, Zane. Zane, that's 2 votes, Zane.
Mm-hmm.
Katrina Radke.
Wow.
Zane, that's 3 votes, Zane. 1 vote, Katrina. Katrina, that's 3 votes, Zane. 2 votes, Katrina. Katrina, we're tied. 3 votes, Zane. 3 votes, Katrina. Zane, it's 4 votes, Zane. 3 votes, Katrina. Katrina, we're tied again. 4 votes, Zane. 4 votes, Katrina. 2 votes left. Katrina, the 11th person voted out of Survivor First Boots. Katrina Radke. The tribe has spoken.
Oh, no!
Katrina Radke.
No! It was destiny. You were supposed to do this, damn it.
You were the chosen one.
You were the chosen one, Katrina. You have the higher ground.
From my point of view, Sonya is evil.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She sat out that challenge. Needed that new shelter, right?
She fell on her sword, I feel like. Katrina.
She was one of the sit-outs.
True to form, true to spirit. That was the way.
This was a close vote, surprisingly close. And the Bayon are finally a Bayon is not going home here.
Okay.
Besides Pastor John. So it'd be interesting to see how it shook out.
Things are coming into
Takeo
focus, finally. Francesca, Sugar, Johnny Fairplay, Sekou, and Sonia and Zayn voted for Katrina. Okay, so we talked about that alliance that was starting to come together with Sonia and Zayn. Vetus did not vote with them. Vetus voted for Zayn.
Wow,
Johnny
I thought they
Fairplay
were
is
supposed
not
to
going to
be,
like that.
You know, he remembered that major fight. He didn't let go of the grudge. He just wanted to draw some blood against Zayn.
Additionally, Katrina voted for Zayn. Deb voted for Zayn, and Sierra voted for Zayn.
Wow, and I thought Deb was
6-4.
supposed to be in with Zayn. You know, she was part of Zania. So, Deb, what's going on? We got a renegade with an idol on our hands.
Okay. Final 9. Here we go. Let's talk about what's going on. Okay, the strongest alliances happening. Francesca and Sugar, very strong alliance. A level 9 alliance, as is Sonia and Zayn. Zania is the thing. What's the Francesca?
Franshugwa? Franshugwa.
The Sugar and Rocks Alliance.
Yeah. Rock sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock candy.
Yes, that's it. Sorry.
Okay. Those two-person alliances are probably the only things worth talking about, because all this other stuff is not really mattering when we go to the votes.
Nonsense.
Oh, I can't wait to see where they go next, to the flea market in Cambodia for reward challenge.
None of it matters.
Sugar is going to win the reward. This is the nighttime reward that Steven Fishback won, where he got to bring Jeremy and Tasha to some guy's house.
Wow. So if you're connected to JT, you win this challenge. So that's
And connected to JT in a certain way.
yes.
Yes. All right. Of course, they were both tribe mates with JT Thomas.
That
of
is
course.
the only connection. That
Yes. Sekou and Francesca will join Sugar on the reward at the resort.
Let's talk about these choices, because I feel like Francesca makes sense. It's his closest ally, sort of like what Steven did with Jeremy.
Yes.
Yeah, the Sekou choice is a little interesting. I don't know if Sekou came in second in the challenge. That's usually an easy way to pick somebody, but it seems a bit out of left field.
Sugar is starting to feel a real affinity for Sekou. Bob-like vibes occurring here.
That's the hashtag so far, Bob-like vibes. All right. Sierra will win immunity here at the final 9.
Is that a first?
Yeah.
Yeah, she won one in BVW, I think.
Oh,
Yes,
sure, yeah.
yes,
Win the-
with the puzzle, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
And we haven't really talked about Sierra and Vetus playing together for the 3rd time together in this season. Have not worked really with one another.
Very,
And
very
here they are
quietly watching each other's back.
at the final
They
9.
are not best friends.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Wink.
Back at camp. Here, let's talk about Deb has the merged tribe idol. Sugar has an idol. And we have a minor fight. It was one of the strongest alliances in the game between Francesca and Sugar. Rock Sugar.
Wow. This
Rock Sugar is broken down.
Well,
you know what?
minor fight. Could be mended.
Oh, well, I mean, I think Francesca was Team Jess, and Sugar was Team whatever his name is from Gilmore Girls, and they just had a minor scuffle about it.
Francesca was trying to match make Sugar and Zayn, and it just did not go well.
Yes.
So,
Zugger.
Zugger was
Yes,
going to
sir.
happen, but that sounds too close to Booger.
And
so-
Sugar was offended because I believe she's married.
Right.
Yes. She doesn't want to be match made with Zayn.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
All right. So let's go to our tribal council here at the final 9. We have Sugar with an idol, Deb with an idol. And of course, you cannot vote for Sierra. She is immune. Josh, who's the name tonight?
Zayn has been skating. we're in the heat of the jungle here in Cambodia, but Zayn has been ice skating through this merge and just on thin ice for a little while. That how much longer can he pull that off?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm worried about Zayn. I think
Seku's been on the ropes for a while. Seems to have settled in.
Seku's like my new winner pick. I think Seku is. He is rolling.
He's got those Bob-like vibes.
Yeah.
Bob-like vibes for
he's
Seku.
got those Bob-like vibes going.
Yeah, can't wait for Seku to host I don't know, Durham Warriors music challenge after the season's over.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the votes. Sugar will not play her idol. Deb is playing the Merge Tribe idol. So far, we have not seen too many wasted idols except for Darnell's in this season. Let's see if it pays off for Deb. First vote, Deb Eaton does not count.
Okay.
Deb Eaton does not count.
These are such perceptive people.
Deb
These first
does
boots.
not count. The paranoia is there with these first boots. They know.
I think what we're seeing the untapped potential of who they all could have been, stars in their own right.
Deb Eaton does not count. 5 votes left.
Wow.
Deb does not count.
Has nullified 5
No votes. Deb does not count. 6 votes nullified. 3 votes left. Deb Eaton does not count. 2 votes
She didn't
left.
tell anyone about this.
Seku.
Oh no!
Sonia.
A
1
tie!
vote Sonia. 1 vote Seku. Sonia. She had an idol.
We have a tie.
Okay.
We have a tie with 9 people left.
Now hold on a second here, okay? So we are gonna now have a tie-break vote. This could go in any number of ways here because now that we will have 7 people vote on the tie. There were a lot of people that voted for Deb, and they cannot vote for Deb now. How do we think this shakes out, Josh? Who will go home here?
Oh my God! I mean, either way, they are.
It cannot tie up again because we have an odd number of people voting.
Oh my God! Well, the music of the night is about to get a little quieter in either case here. I have
Phantom of Survivor.
I feel like Sonia's the more dangerous player, at least publicly. Like she's idol.
People don't know she has an idol though.
Well, she played it already. She already played it. It's gone.
Oh yeah.
So, I think I'm gonna say Sonia's gone here.
Yeah, I think Zanya's singing its swan song before before Seku's singing his Russell Swan song. So I'm saying Sonia as well.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, let's get to our tie break votes. Everybody will re-vote. Sonia or Seku, one of them is going
oolong
home.
of us, a tie at the final and an odd number.
Okay, here we go. First vote, Seku. Sonia. Seku. That's 2 votes, Seku. 1 vote, Sonia. Seku.
Oh.
Sonia. That's 3 votes, Seku. 2 votes, Sonia. Sonia.
God.
Coming down to 1 vote.
Oh,
3 votes, Seku. 3 votes, Sonia. The 12th player voted out of Survivor First Boots. Sonia Christopher.
Oh.
Sonia.
Give it up for Sonia.
Oh, what an amazing.
She fought until the bitter end there. She was 1 vote away from going. I'm really intrigued to see how these votes check out because it seems like I don't know who voted for who, but I'm assuming that someone might have pulled a Devin Pinto, thought that Deb would play an idol, just threw a vote out there, and it ended up causing this tie.
You know what? It sucks because how epic would it have been if the first ever First Boot had won Survivor First Boots? And I feel like we were careening in that direction, Katrinaing in that direction, and instead Sonia goes here. But those Bob-like vibes are intact for Seku Bunch.
Okay, let's talk about what is going on here. Sierra. She voted for Sonia, apparently, both rounds. She was the 1 vote for Sonia.
She was the spoiler.
She is such a Bayon Benedict Arnold right now.
She threw that 1 vote out there for Sonia, and she got her out. It's amazing play from
Sierra. Yeah, Sierra had to vote for a mom if it wasn't her.
or a grandma.
She voted out a mom. She says, "Look, Francesca already won up to me.
Yeah.
I gotta get my thunder back."
Deb
Yes.
vote was the one vote for Sekou the first time around. Francesca voted for Deb, changed her vote to Sonia. Sugar voted for Deb, changed her vote to Sonia. Johnny Fairplay voted for Deb, changed his vote to Sekou. Sekou had voted for Deb, was not allowed to revote. Sonia voted for Deb, was not allowed to revote. Vitas voted for Deb and then changed his vote to Sekou. So what happened to Zania?
What?
Zane voted for Deb and changed his vote to Sonia.
Are we sure Zane didn't pull like a meta world piece and thought he was voting to save Sonia?
The longer Zane is out there, the more insane he becomes. He is losing his mind. He is loyal to no one except for himself.
All right. What crazy tribal councils we've had in this season.
This has been an incredible season of Survivor. This simulation is the true argument for a first boot
Good
season.
luck predicting what will happen next when you have 20 insane people.
When you have a tie at the final 9 and rocks drawn in episode 3.
God, that was amazing. Rocks drawn, trousers dropped. It was a major event.
We're down to the final 8. Here in episode number 13, let's check out the lay of the land. The strongest alliance in the game is Francesca and Sugar. Even they had a minor fight, but they're still pretty strong. But an alliance of 9, as we've seen, means nothing. As Zane voted against Sonia at the last tribal council, and still a lot of pictures next to each other, but they seemingly mean nothing.
Nothing. But that seems like that's a great slogan for Brant Steele. a lot of
pictures next to things, but it means nothing.
But it means nothing.
It means nothing. Let's go to our reward challenge. Francesca wins reward here for some
Wait. She wins a loved one's visit. Who came out to visit Francesca, but not Francesca?
Well, I'm sure that either Francesca or Francesca is surrounded by many loved ones, Mike.
That's true. I do not want to assume the hoagie lifestyle.
Yes, okay.
As long as it wasn't Philip.
Yes.
I think
Francesca will bring Zane's best friend, Johnny Fairplay.
Do you think that they are each other's loved ones?
yeah. They might. Was Thunder D back out?
Thunder D is their shared loved one.
Thunder D puts on a wig and comes out again.
Vetus.
Lightning L, come on out.
Yes.
The true three amigos.
Josh, do you think we got Aris out here as Vetus' loved one?
Aris came out for sure. And
an octopus for Deb.
Let's not make any jokes about Deb's loved ones and let's move along.
Right along. All right. Let's go to our immunity challenge. Who will win immunity here at the final 8? Vetus has won immunity, but what's going on here with Sonia? Sonia's won immunity too. A men's immunity and a woman's immunity.
Yeah, if you remember, this is the one where they had to hold
Sonia
on to the polls
voted out the last tribal council.
Yeah, Brant
Steele.
Steele.
Brian Steele. This is like when Judd was winning immunities when he was voted out at the second tribal council. So
no, they felt so bad about Sonia leaving that they just gave her immunity for sort of like a courtesy prize.
Yes.
Ponderosa ran this challenge with the Dream Teamer, and Sonia won.
I think they're experimenting with the format. I think that Sonia is playing in competitions somewhere else that are not in the main game. So and Sonia has won immunity there.
Interesting.
Well, okay. All right. Let's go to our next round here of the tribal events. Sugar has the idol. Nobody else is able to find an idol. You would have to imagine another one is hidden. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Let's keep moving along to our next tribal council at the final 8. At the Orcan tribe, Sugar has the only idol in the game. Josh, who is going home tonight?
Oh, it's not Sugar Kuiper unless something really wild happens. I'm just going to keep saying Zane until it happens, but it hasn't happened. Like, he might be bulletproof, this guy.
But the thing is, like, this is still insane to me that Zane not only voted against his ally, but was the deciding vote against his ally in the tiebreaker. So, like, I think he completely cut off any lifelines that he had. I think he's hanging by a thread right now. I don't know if he can make the climb up. I think this might be his 9th life.
No, he's got the friendship with Fair Play still holding strong. Deb could be a hot target right now, having just made that flashy move, and every single vote was coming Deb's way, save for 2. I would not be surprised if Deb gets rocked out tonight and not with actual.
That's a
Survivor
good point.
votes.
Yeah, that would be very Bryant Steele for a person who got votes at a previous tribal council. That people have come right back, give them votes again.
Yeah, that's definitely how Brian Steele likes to play it.
Okay. All right.
Very logical.
Okay. Sugar will not play her tribe idol. Okay. 8
Sugar's
votes
gonna
tonight.
win. Sugar's gonna win this season, by the way.
Sierra.
Mm.
Sierra, that's 2 votes, Sierra. Sierra, 3 votes for Sierra. Deb. Francesca, 3 votes, Sierra. 1 vote, Deb. 1 vote, Francesca. Sierra, that's 4 votes, Sierra, and I think that should be enough to do it.
Yeah,
6
wow.
votes for Sierra. She makes it to the final 8, but that is as far as Sierra Easton will get here. I
mean, that's the highest she's finished in a while, so I think that's major accolades for Sierra.
And it's not far away from how she did in her first Cambodia appearance. So, I think Sierra played a pretty good game this time around. She was out there for herself. She wasn't afraid to vote for people that she liked, that she had been on starting tribes with or had gotten closer to in swaps. Anything to keep her torch lit in this game. And credit where it's due, before her time was up, she voted out a mom.
Yes. Now, Sierra, I think, has to be youngest player to get to 4 times out there, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
That's got to be right.
Sierra, I think that her signature move in the game was when she got Sonya voted out with just 1 vote at the previous tribal council. Of course, we see her vote for Francesca here. That will not be enough. She, again, is the lone vote for a person at this tribal council.
What's Sekou doing?
Sekou voted for Deb. He doesn't like Deb. Everybody else votes for Sierra.
He doesn't like Deb.
You showboated too much, Deb, with that idol. I got to pick you pay.
Yeah. Was Sekou left out of the loved ones visit also?
Well, Francesca won the loved ones visit, so I thought some votes might be coming Francesca's way. Maybe that's why Sierra voted for her, is because Sierra did not get the chance to see her mom.
Yes, she didn't get to see Laura.
Laura.
All right, let's go to the final 7 here. Can you believe it? We're down to just 7. They are Deb Eaton, Francesca, Jessica, Sugar Kuiper, Johnny Fairplay, Sekou Bunch, Vetus, and Zane Knight.
The hell of a final 7.
Wacky final 7.
Wacky final 7. Deb Eaton playing the Kimmy Kappenberg game here in Survivor First.
Look, every single season with returnees, somebody from Australia has made it to the finale, Josh.
It's true.
We're one vote away from making it happen. Yeah,
that's true.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Although I don't think that happened in Game Changers, but I made it to the reunion.
Yeah. They either make it to the finale or they come out with books, or both.
Okay. All right. The strongest alliance in the game is Francesca and Sugar. Rock Sugar.
Rock Sugar happening.
Solid.
Okay. All right. Let's go to our reward challenge. Francesca wins the pole dancing reward.
Something. Yeah, that's great. She's on a reward challenge win beast.
Yes.
Happening.
And she will take Johnny Fairplay and Sekou to the Cambodian temple for an overnight trip.
Interesting. She leaves her BFF Sugar behind here. Really interesting choice. I guess maybe she wants to make inroads with Johnny Fairplay and Sekou. She's seeing the finish line and she wants to make a nice foursome between the 4 of them. We'll see how that plays out.
Okay.
I think Sekou having a great time here at CM Reap. Fairplay hoping to CM reap the rewards of setting up a t-shirt shop in the temple's gift shop.
Okay.
I also realizing I think Johnny Fairplay's been on almost every reward this post-merge.
He's back to his old tricks.
I was also going to say, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like Sekou is just having an incredible time this season.
Yes, he is the front runner for fan favorite right now.
Yes, I would hope so. Sekou is really winning me over at the very least.
Well, let's remember, though, that Brian Steele also calculates the fan favorites. So we'll see if that actually is a thing.
Okay.
True.
Immunity challenge. Here we go. Sugar with her first immunity win of the season. Okay. Let's
now,
go.
which one almost drowns and has to get the dive team in, like what happened with Tasha?
That's true. Good question.
Let's go back to camp and check out what is going on. No idols are found other than Sugar's idol.
Sugar is basically guaranteed Final 5 at this point. I'm telling you, I said it
don't
before.
take anything
I don't
for
know.
granted.
I'm getting these Abby Maria flashbacks here. Just saying.
That's what we thought about Aunt Patty also, Josh.
Yeah. We'll see if anyone pulls an Aunt Patty. Darnell might have pulled an Aunt Patty. That might be the closest we've got to an Aunt Patty this season.
More like a pants patty.
Okay.
Anyway.
There are 7 people in the game. You cannot vote for Sugar. She also has the idol. Who's going home?
This could be a take this cursed thing away from me moment where she passes it off to somebody else, maybe Francesca.
Okay. Be kind of a crazy move. Let's see. Sugar will not play her idol. Someone is going home tonight at the final 7. 7 votes are cast. Seiko.
Oh.
Deb Eaton.
Deb.
Ooh.
Seiko.
Seiku's vote.
Deb. That's 2 votes Seiko. 2 votes Deb. Seiko. That's 3 votes Seiko. 2 votes Deb. Deb. 3 votes Deb. 3 votes Seiko. 1 vote left. Seiko.
Oh.
Wow. Oh.
My heart breaks.
Fallen angel, Seiko.
Oh my goodness, those Bob-like vibes have been extinguished.
Poor Seiko. What a run! What a run for Seiko.
And this is Seiko and Deb decide to officially flesh out their newfound rivalry right here, right now. They drew that line in the sand with a chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Deb voted for Seiko. Johnny Fairplay voted for Seiko, and Vetus voted for Seiko.
As did Zane.
And
Zane voted
As a
Seiko.
BFF Zane.
Best friends voting for Seiko together.
Best friend alliance. It's strong.
Yep. Seiko, Sugar, and Francesca voted for Deb. So now Rock Sugar is going to be in the game all by themselves. It's going to be a 4v2 potentially situation.
Yeah, but it's the 2 of them plus an idol. So the best friends, they can't be feeling too comfortable at this point.
It would be ideal if either Sugar or Francesca could win immunity here at the final 6.
No, Francesca can only win rewards, so I think we're SOL right now.
Isn't it great that we fanficked this, first of all, this whole thing, but secondly, this best friendship that existed between Johnny Fairplay and Zane, and now they've actually formed some kind of alliance together?
Yes, it was a pregame alliance that nobody was really keen into.
You can't get that stuff. That's hard.
Yes. Okay.
Only an international survivor does that happen.
Right. All right. Let's get to the final 6 and talk about what is going on. Maybe we have some clarity here with these alliances. Okay. According to Brian Steele, Deb and Vetus have an alliance of a strength of 3. Francesca and Sugar have an alliance, strength of 9. Okay, that makes sense to me. There's also an alliance of 5 out of the 6 people. That does not include Zane. There's also an alliance of Johnny Fairplay, Vetus, and Zane.
Oh, yeah. It's completely lost on us. Zane is the lone OG Bayon left of this entire final 6.
Also, Francesca and Sugar have an alliance with Deb, even though they voted against her at the previous tribal council, according to Brian Steele. Okay.
Yeah, didn't we say that that's a possibility with Zane here, too, is if he makes it all the way to the top and he's the last Bayon left. It's a
we were saying that Zane had goat potential, and maybe those words are coming to fruition here. But
all right.
he's the last Bayon on a jury that's has 4 or 5 Bayon in them right now. That's a pretty good block.
Okay,
it's a good block.
Final 6 in Survivor First Boots. Immunity. Deb cannot be voted out.
Yes!
You will have a 1 in 5 chance at $1 million. Deb Eaton, you were not even in the cast this morning, and here you are.
How about that? She has surpassed Kimmy Kappenberg at this point already. Final 5. She's not going to get knocked out of the game in any kind of weird final 6 wizardry. So good for you, Deb.
Okay. Still, no one can find that idol. This has been a we've had a lot of idols played successfully. Here at the end of the game, not a lot of idols and advantages in play. No advantage get-in coming here in Survivor First Boots.
It's just this one idol. It's that Takeo idol has not been taken out of the game. Sugar's got it. She's got to play it tonight, right? You got to imagine she's going to play it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
Stranger things have happened.
She could play it up until the next tribal council if she gets wind of what's going on. Of course, the final 6 in the original Survivor Cambodia, very famous in terms of going to a 0-0 vote tie. We will not have that tonight with only one idol in play. So, Josh, who will go home?
You know, if Sugar is really an improved player here, wouldn't the move here be to make sure that Franny is going, like, just do the agreeable thing, make sure Franny's gone, and then you can play your idol in round 5.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 2-2-2 split here because they have the votes, right? It's 4-2, so might as well take care of the best of both possible worlds. Though again, this is Brian Steele, and this is also Zane, who might just screw it up entirely and vote for Johnny Fairplay.
Interesting. So, Mike, you were calling for some sort of like San Juan del Sur final 6 maneuvering here, where best friends Johnny Fairplay and Zane put 2 votes on Francesca, Vetus and Deb put 2 votes on Sugar. Even if Sugar plays her idol, they still carry the day and flush the idol.
Yeah, I mean, Nadia actually whispered this on the beaches of Bayon to Zane right before she was voted out of the game. And so Zane finally took that tip in his pocket, and now he's pulling it out.
Okay. Sugar will not play the Takeo idol.
Wow, Sugar.
Okay. She's saving it. Could be a mistake. Okay. All right. Let's get to the votes here. Deb, you cannot vote for Deb. First vote, Zane. Zane. 2 votes, Zane. Francesca. 2 votes, Zane. 1 vote, Francesca. Zane.
Oh, no, buddy.
Francesca. That's 3 votes, Zane. 2 votes, Francesca. 1 vote left. We are tied.
It's a tie.
Somebody flipped to vote with Rock Sugar. Who could it be? Could it have been Deb?
It's Zane. It's Zane.
Zane voted for himself.
Voted for himself.
Zane voted for himself.
Yeah. Well, you got to imagine that Zane's going to be okay here, right? Because you got to imagine that it was Fran and Sugar were 2 of those Zane votes, and Fran's not going to be able to vote. I think Zane's going to be all right.
Okay. So Zane cannot vote. Francesca cannot vote. You would think Francesca could go home here on the tiebreaker, but in the world of Survivor First Boots and Bryant Steele, you never know what is going to happen. All right. So Francesca cannot vote. Zane cannot vote. Here is the revote. We'll have 4 people on the revote. First vote, Zane. Francesca.
Come on.
Francesca, we are going to rock again.
Rocks.
Ironically, Deb, she is immune. She cannot draw rocks tonight.
But she gets to see it.
Oh, that's so good.
So, Vetus, Johnny Fairplay, and Sugar, who did not play her idol, will reach into the bag, and we will have our second rock draw of the season.
If Sugar gets Darnelled, this is going to be incredible.
Wow. Okay. All right. So Zane and Francesca are safe. They will advance to the final 5. The player that drew the purple rock will be Sugar. Sugar, the tribe.
It's cursed. It's cursed.
For the second time this season, a player did not play their idol and ended up being rocked out of the game. Send that idol to Ghost Island as well.
Oh,
How did this happen?
Was that
Sugar
the
held
same
on to it.
idol? Did she find the same idol? Was that on Takeo that Darnell was?
Yeah, Sugar held on to that idol for what, like 10 rounds and just didn't play it. Oh, goodness. Goodness me, Sugar. Me,
right.
oh my.
Turned out to be nice.
Let's see what happened. All right, so Deb was one. She was the person that flipped against Zane. She voted with Sugar and with Francesca.
Deb was so excited about rocks that she flipped if only to see rocks.
Johnny Fairplay and best friends Zane and Vetus, they voted for Francesca.
Oh, we got a gender showdown here at the final 6.
It was men versus women here, and unfortunately, it is now 3 men versus 2 women for the unlikely duo of Francesca and Deb Eaton at the final 5.
I still can't believe freaking Sugar,
That
man.
is perfect. Brian Steele, the nectar of the gods. That was so perfect. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, well, so now we're going to a final 5. There's no idol in play unless one is rehidden.
Yep.
Interesting.
Now, should Sugar have switched her vote and voted out Francesca there?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes!
Like,
That was Zane.
she was ready to go to rocks. I think. Well, but Jeff Probst would say, "Hey, you made the right move because if it works,
That is how you play Survivor.
that's how you play Survivor. Because if it works, and then you get Zane rocked out of the game, Sugar has her idol going into the final 5. They have the 3 women to 2 men advantage going into the final 3 or final 5.
I mean, you could argue that. I mean, I know Tyson had Redemption Island, but he did the same thing in Blood versus Water,
It was
right?
the
He had a
play
1
to
out of
win
3
move.
chance of it.
Yeah.
Right. The other thing, though, is if Sugar had flipped on Franny, she would still be in the game.
Yeah.
She would still be
Playing
in the
scared.
game.
That's playing scared, Josh.
But she has an idol still, and she would have played.
You know what?
Fine.
Well, you know what happened is that Seku's gone. She's lost her Bob
Yes.
2.0. And so she sort of like is a lost child wandering through this supermarket and something on the loudspeaker saying like, don't play your idol. And she decides not to do it.
So we're looking at this final 5 now of Deb Eaton, Francesca Hoagie, Johnny Fairplay, Vetus Bushkauskas, and Zane Knight. Who's got Bob-like vibes as we're here in the final 5?
Well, Sugar's gone.
It's got to be Deb. Looking at you, Deb.
All right, boy. Deb win would be great.
Would be great. Any of
It'd
these
be an
wins, this is
amazing.
fantastic. Great.
Any of these 5 would be fantastic.
Great.
Vetus maybe not so much because he's been a little purple, but the
A
other
little
4 would
purple.
be incredible.
Okay.
Purple Vetus. It's purple underwear. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
It's
Let's
purple
check out
MeUndies.
the alliances. Okay, Deb and Vetus. This has not been talked a lot about. There's also an alliance of 4 out of the 5 people minus Zane. The 3
Yep.
guys are also working together, and the 2 women are working together.
Okay.
All right. Final 5 immunity. This is going to be a major plot point here. Vetus is immune. He will go to the final 4.
Now, this is interesting, though, because Vetus is now officially safe. Oh, well, I was about to say he could flip over to Deb and Francesca, break up the duo of Johnny Fairplay and Zane, but it looks like from this camp life that Deb and Vetus are donezo.
The
Yeah,
little
it
bit of an
seems like-
alliance that they had is done, and I think that's
Over.
worse for Deb than it is for Vetus.
Certainly. This is bad news for Deb. That was it was a tough final 6 tribal for Deb. I think she comes into this final 5 tribal hoping that her connection with Vetus is strong enough to see her through. I don't think that it's gonna be.
Yeah, it seems like one of the 2 women will go home at this tribal council, but again, with Survivor First Boots and with Brian Steele, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Okay, this is the first final 5 tribal council, I think, maybe in recent Survivor history that does not have any idols in play.
None. That's amazing. Oh my God. So this is really the season of like the hardcore Survivor fans' dreams. No idols, no advantage get in, just
For
straight down
one round, yeah, because there were like 6. There are like 6 titles in the game.
Okay,
No.
here we go. All right, first vote,
I see that hair.
Johnny Fairplay.
Yep.
1 vote Fairplay. Johnny Fairplay, that's
All
2
right.
votes Fairplay. Could be the 2 women.
Could be Deb and Franny.
Zane.
Wow.
Oh, they're splitting up the
Interesting.
friendship.
A man voted for a man at this tribal council. That much we know. Johnny Fairplay, the
There we
tribe
go.
has spoken.
Unanimously.
What happened?
Zane voted out his buddy again.
Obviously, some sort of epic friend fight occurred between Zane and Fairplay, and Zane has prevailed.
One of the greatest Survivor bromances could be over. Let's see what happened. Deb voted for Johnny Fairplay. Francesca voted for Johnny Fairplay. Johnny Fairplay voted for Zane. Zane voted for Johnny Fairplay. And Vetus voted for Johnny Fairplay. What was the issue here, Mike? That Fairplay was going to be tough to beat?
Well, I think between that and then Fairplay and Zane, before coming to the game, had said at one point, okay, if we make it to the end together, one's got to fall before the other one. The problem is they didn't know who was going to fall at whose feet. And so they got into a big argument, sort of outing their relationship in front of the other three people in the tribe. And as a result, I think Zane was able to convince enough people like, hey, there's been a lot of heat on me. I'm not getting any votes in the end. This Johnny Fairplay guy, he's been squeaky clean. He made it to the final 3 in his first season. It's time to cut Trow. Let's get rid of him.
Cut Trow. The other
Is that
possibility.
a Darnell comment?
Cut Trow. I've never heard that, but I'm definitely going to adopt that. Johnny Fairplay and Zane. It's established at this point, right, that they've got this pre-game alliance that's going on. Is it possible that Johnny Fairplay, he's reading the writing on the wall? That is a very big Bayon block on the jury that could be fueling a Zane Knight win. If Johnny Fairplay throws in his lot with the jury to give Zane the $1 million, that shirt company is really taking off.
You think that he could be like a David Murphy for Zane on the jury?
Yes, he's going to do a full Fairplay. He is going to advocate hard for Zane Knight.
Okay.
And what's the other half? Instead of proposing, is he going to like baptize somebody?
All right.
Yes.
Let's get to our final 4. Here they are. Okay.
That is a
Deb
beautiful
Eaton
lineup of survivors.
has made it all the way to the final 4, as has Francesca Hoagie from Redemption Island. Vetus has bounced back from being the first boot in the original Survivor Cambodia. What a comeback story it would be for Vetus to be the first boot and the winner of Survivor Cambodia. And then also Zane Knight, who we once theorized, Josh, could have been maybe the greatest Survivor player of all time. He has been all over the place here in true Zane Knight fashion in Survivor Cambodia. Let's
a
look
true
at the final 4.
Targaryen, potentially, right? Like, flip the coin.
This is his Wentworth trajectory, though. He's in the final 4, and he's an underdog now, where he lost one of his closest allies in the final 5.
If the Wentworth prophecy holds, he goes out here, right? Like, this is the spot.
Okay. Here are the alliances. Okay. Deb and Francesca, they have worked with Vetus on that last vote. He flipped and voted with them. Vetus and Zane have something going on. Also, Deb and Francesca, but it looks like Zane could be the odd man out if things hold to form. And to this point, they have never held form in this entire game. So let's go to the immunity challenge. Francesca has won immunity. She will head to the final 3, where she will get to plead her case before the jury and potentially a very angry Francesca.
This needed to happen.
It's going to be really hard to vote against Francesca in the final immunity, in the final tribal council. Don't you think she has the signature move of the game?
But Francesca has been talking a lot of crap about her at Ponderosa.
Yeah, it's true. It's that thing, right? Like, if Francesca can't win Survivor, she's at least going to make sure that Francesca can't win Survivor.
Yes. I mean, it'll really like burn her up between, she was a first boot. She never even made the merge.
I heard Francesca had a deal with Francesca that she would pay for her mortgage if she made it to the end.
Yes.
All right. Are they roommates?
Yeah, they know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
No, they're the same person.
Okay.
Split across alternate universes.
All right. Let's go to back at camp. No significant events occurred at camp. It's basically.
So we look at.
Yes.
I mean, are we looking at a 2-2 here, or are we looking at a 3-1?
It would be true Survivor first boot fashion to go to a 2-2 tie here.
I think so too.
I think it'll be Zayn. Let's see. Okay.
I think it'll be Zayn as well.
Let's go to the votes. Okay.
Ooh.
First vote is Vetus.
Okay.
Zayn.
Oh, splitting up the boys.
Zayn. That's 2 votes Zayn. 1 vote Vetus.
The prophecy
Final vote. Zayn.
Fulfilled.
is fulfilled.
Underdog Zayn. You made it so far.
Good night, sweet prince.
ZaneGoodScrewed.com.
Wah, wah, wah.
I think
Tears.
if you had asked the Survivor community, which are probably the 2 most disparate Survivor contestants to compare to one another, I think Kelly Wentworth and Zayn Knight would be
That's
pretty
pretty
far
good.
up there. And here we are right now.
All right, but Zayn maybe will have another return to Survivor in his future after playing such a great game. He made it so exciting the whole way through. So unpredictable. He went out back to back with his best friend Johnny Fairplay.
You gotta figure, that he will be able to. He'll get his day in the sun.
Yes.
Well,
He
it's
gets to write
interesting.
that ticket.
Well, he's the last juror coming into a Ponderosa filled with Sonia, who he voted out, and Johnny Fairplay, who he voted out. So he'll have to face the CM Reaper right now.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Here we go.
All right, we got to be
final
careful about where
3.
we click because I feel like if you click, we get the results. Let's talk it through.
Well, let's talk it through. Our final 3 here. We talked about Vetus getting his final 3 goats in line earlier when he was working with Katrina Radke and Deb. He does end up here in the final 3 with Deb, but also with Francesca. Mike, tell me the story of Deb Eaton here, her second time out.
Well, Deb Eaton was somebody who I think came in as a bit of an outsider. That's the reason why she was voted off of Kucha. And I think she had a little bit of trouble fitting in. I wouldn't say it's exactly a Wendy Jo situation, but it's certainly comparable.
She
But
came
once
in
she got
late
that-
also, but that
Yeah,
when
exactly.
Nicole
and
Delma was
there
not
might-
cleared by medical to play.
In another world, this might have been a Candace and John Cody situation where she goes first because of that. But that one moment where she gets this immense amount of praise for the rocks, she is filled with a joy that has carried her throughout this game. She has made moves. She had that ace idol play where she saved herself. She was able to get rid of her biggest enemy, Sekou. She tried to flip with the girls and was able to get Francesca on her side. So I think that Deb is a fantastic representation of old school Survivor players trying to play in this new school era.
Okay. Josh, can you tell us the story of Francesca?
I think the story of Francesca is a very simple one. She had to make it through this season with the baggage of there being another one of her on the season. That she was one of 2 Francescas playing in Survivor First Boots, and as such, you would imagine that she would just be an automatic target. She survived multiple tribal councils where she wasn't even targeted. She gets to the merge with the other Francesca intact. And then she realizes she's the first of the 2 Francescas to be smart enough to know that this island is not big enough for the both of them. Much like the Highlander or even the Highlandour, there can only be one. And Francesca slays Francesca. It's the move of the game. She voted out herself. It is the hallmark move on the poster of Survivor Cambodia First Boots. I think that Francesca, she goes to this final tribal council with a lot of momentum on her side.
And for Vetus, here he is. I think that probably
Purple
somebody who we thought, had the skills the first time through, but then I think we looked past him most of the game. He played a very quiet game most of the way, but he was laying in the weeds, making alliances. He didn't have a big profile. He really scaled things back after his second time out there. And what a story it would be to go from being the first boot of this season to then coming back to the very island that he got voted out and the very tribe where he was voted out first to be able to go all the way His big move was that he made this final 3 with these 2 ladies back at the final 5. He switched sides he was headed towards the final 3 with Fair Play and Zayn. He changed course and then said, let me get rid of the 2 best friends and sit there.
Yeah.
This was his desired final 3. So Vetus, I would think, is looking like a favorite heading into the final 3.
You got to imagine that Zayn Knight is really regretting that caffeinated brawl he instigated with Vetus back at the Survivor Cafe when that major fight occurred.
That being said, Francesca won a lot of rewards. She took a lot of people on rewards, but also left a lot of people back at camp.
But she voted out herself.
She voted out herself. So that could be the move of the season. Okay, so I'm going to click proceed to the reunion show. I'm not sure if this is going to deliver the winner or not. This is the final 3.
We're at the winner reveal. We're at the winner reveal. Oh my God. Do we want to just like lock it in? Who do you got? I'm going to say Francesca is going to win this whole thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I think it might be Vetus. I think that maybe I'm just assuming that the young guy is gonna win this after Cousin Robbie came out of nowhere to win Survivor Loved Ones. Maybe that's sort of on my brain, but I feel like Vetus had a late game surge that could put him out here.
The voting rationale is so wacky. I'll say I'll pick Deb.
I got a
no
horse
good
in the race.
reason.
It's a tie, as per usual in Survivor Loved Ones.
Okay.
Or
All right.
Spoons.
I will proceed to the winner reveal. Okay. Here we go. Here's the final 3. Finale night. Deb, Francesca, Vetus. I see 2 pictures of Deb and Vetus.
Is there a tie?
There is a 4-4-2 tie for the winner.
Whoa!
What?
Okay. So, Deb and Vetus both have received 4 votes for the winner. We will have a re-vote. Now, Josh, what does a re-vote at a 4-4-2 final tribal council tie look like?
I mean, does Francesca join the jury now? Is
No,
she now
I think
part of
that.
the jury?
Well, I think that the 2 people that voted for Francesca now are going to vote.
Oh
But
my
what,
God.
what if they split? Then does Francesca vote?
I don't know.
This is an
let's
unprecedented.
keep scrolling.
Hashtag unprecedented.
There we
Vetus
go.
wins
go.
due to the votes for Francesca changing.
Good job.
Well
for
done,
Vetus.
Vetus, that he was the chalk pick. Let's see how all
I don't know if he was the
jurors
underdog
voted.
of the season, but he was the underwear.
The
He was the
downward dog of
downward
the season.
underdog.
The downward underdog.
Okay. Chicken voted for Francesca to win.
Damn.
So there you go. Francesca voted for Deb.
votes for Deb.
We told you.
Can't do it.
Francesca was going to be bitter. She did not vote for Francesca to win.
Unbelievable.
To be fair, though, had she voted for Francesca, then it would have been 4-3-3, and Vetus would have won by plurality.
John Raymond voted for Deb to win the game. Katrina Radke voted for her buddy Vetus.
Yeah.
Sonia
Underwear lines.
voted for Vetus. All of his ladies.
All the moms loving Vetus.
Sierra.
You know?
She did not vote for her blood versus water
except for
buddy.
that
She
mom.
voted for Deb to win. Sekou voted for Vetus to win.
Giving those Bob-like vibes to Vetus.
Sugar voted for Vetus to win. Johnny Fairplay voted for Deb to win, and we can assume that and Zane voted for Francesca to win.
He wanted to be
Dude,
part
true.
of history. He wanted to be part of it.
Yes. So
Wow.
that I guess that Zane and Chicken changed their
Damn.
vote. Changed their vote to Vetus.
The first one in the jury and the last one on the jury had to change their votes.
Wow.
Ridiculous. I'm pretty sure we got a tie final vote in Loved Ones too, right? I think it was like 3-3-1 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's
amazing.
go to our fan favorite winner of the season. I thought it could be Sekou, but maybe
I think it's going to be Fair Play.
Fair Play.
Gotta be
Sonia, fan
Sonia!
favorite.
Yeah. Love that. Yes.
Yes.
First ever first boot wins the first ever first boot fan favorite.
Yes. Let's see what's going on here. Of course, our placements from Vetus all the way back to Tina, the first boot of Survivor
Wow,
boot.
that blood versus water book ending, right? I mean, that is a thing of beauty. You got to imagine Tina would have voted for Vetus to win at this final tribal council as well, and then would have heavily campaigned for Vetus to date her daughter.
Yeah,
exactly.
Josh, do you think that Sonya won fan favorite from that time that she won immunity when she was already voted out of the game?
Yeah, I think
Did
so.
that
I
help?
think people were so impressed by the fact that that was a possibility that they just couldn't help themselves.
Interesting. So if you take a look at the tail of the tape, most strategic player of the season was Zane Knight, according to Brian Steele.
I guess person who used the most number of strategies because he just literally pulled everything out in the book.
Yes.
It seems.
Total wins. Francesca. The jury did not reward her wins. She won 5 reward challenges this season, Mike, which I think has to be some sort of a record. You would imagine.
You would imagine so.
Yes.
Oh man.
And then Vetus won 2 immunities. Sekou racked up the most votes over the course of the season.
It's a very
well.
well-rounded win for Vetus Bushkauskas. You got to say, I think for him to be able to camouflage himself in any way, shape, or form here after the way that he played his first time out, the way that things worked out for him on his second time, being voted out basically for being like an out-and-out scoundrel, or at least having that reputation, and then to play a pretty purple game, make it all the way to the top, make that key flip right at the end. A very strong win for this man.
Yes. Okay. All right. So Josh, that Mike Bloom has been frozen. He's been
frozen out. I think he's too excited about what happened.
It was meant to be. Here he is. He's back.
He's back.
I was sorry, guys. I just tuned into the Vetus viewing party.
Actually, this is the Big Brother 20 Thursday, August 9th eviction number 6 recap.
Yes. So there you go. All right. Here, let me bring it back. Here we go.
Oh my God.
All right. There you have it, everybody.
Vetus brings it back for the Bushkauskas family too, right?
Yes.
Now Otis has to return and go out first.
Well, it truly is a Bushkauskas sandwich because we had win, lose, lose, win. It's like a double-decker sandwich.
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't order a Bushkauskas sandwich.
The meat is spoiled. The bread is where it's at.
All right, there you go.
Will not be available on Blue Apron.
All right.
anytime soon.
So we're trying to keep this podcast to be somewhat succinct as possible as we can with 20 people. Josh, any final thoughts here as we complete the trilogy of offseason? This was the wackiest one of the 3.
That's hard to say. They've all been very wacky. They're just, I think the hijinks that ensued across all 3 seasons were such a delight. Some really stellar Survivor off-season podcasting that I enjoyed so much, in the ones that I participated in, the one that I got to listen to, the one that started us all down this terrible rabbit hole. That I can't wait for the next one. It'll be several months from now, but it'll be a blast when we come back to Brian Steele.
Mike, any final thoughts?
So I was thinking about this actually before we recorded. From my estimation, I believe this is the first time the 3 of us have ever been on a podcast together talking about Survivor. And for my money, I cannot think of a better way to break the ice with this one. I agree that I think in terms of wackiness, because I don't know if we have something that can beat Aunt Patty playing an idol on Sunny Bunny and then Sunny Bunny voting her out. But in terms of 2 rock draws, I think we count 4 or 5 ties. Like this is a wackadoo season,
and the final tribal council as well.
Yeah, and it tied the final tribal council, a 4-4-2 vote. It's been a wackadoo season with wackadoo people.
Yes, it was very as you would expect a first boot season. Very, very messy, and I bet the fans probably it was messy. But then one of the returning players came back and won in the end. So maybe I don't know if that.
And then one came back in the jury to win an immunity challenge.
People were rooting for Deb or Francesca to win in the final 3. But what are you gonna do? Okay. What is the hashtag today?
I have Cambodian circus after that reward, and I think it's a good representation of this season as well.
Okay. Josh, you on board with that Cambodian circus?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a Cambodian circus here
Yes.
in Survivor First Boots.
All right. Great stuff. Of course, we have probably some more Survivor stuff along the way as we start to see what's that over the horizon, Josh.
What's that?
Is
What's that
is
over
that,
there?
Is that I think I'm starting to make out off in the distance, Survivor 37.
David, is that you? Is that you, David?
Is that a statue of Goliath?
David, come back to me, David. Yes, we're rushing toward the Survivor 37 will be upon us very shortly. At some point in the next few weeks, perhaps we will be discussing First Ones Out again.
Yes.
Just in maybe like a slightly more serious context, but great palate cleanser to get us there. Was that a little NPR I just saw flash on the screen?
It was a new tab. I was gonna go ahead
there
and
you
open up a
The genetics and ethics from making humans fit for Mars. Could that be the location of our next Survivor simulation?
No.
Survivor Mars has to happen for sure.
We'll show you. Just wanted to bring up the page for Rob has a website.com/patron if you want to join the Rob is a Podcast patron community, where I'm sure there will be plenty of chatter about what went on here today in this crazy band of hijinks from this latest Survivor simulation. Mike, what do you have coming up?
So while the U.S. Survivor is coming thundering down the way, we still have a lot of international Survivor to handle. I'm still covering Survivor South Africa with Shannon Gates. At the time we're recording this, the penultimate episode aired. I will say nothing, but we have a lot to talk about this week, so I'm very excited to do that. I'm always covering Big Brother over the course of this season for Parade, putting out some interstitial stuff on both Parade and Josh's home at the Hollywood Reporter. I actually have a piece coming up with an interview with Josh Weinstein, famous Simpsons writer / showrunner and showrunner of Disenchantment, which is the newest show coming to Netflix. So lots of stuff in the pipeline. You can always follow the updates that I put out and other musings at a Mike Bloom type.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this nonsense. We always appreciate it. Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say in the comments and on social media. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
Congrats, Beatus.
Woo, we love you.